happy 100 episodes. This is a huge milestone. We survived 100 episodes in a D&D podcast. That's crazy. And the journey still continues. I'm very happy we started this campaign, to have grown alongside my friends as entertainers, writers, and DMs and players, and I can't wait to see where things end up. To celebrate episode 100, we have released Volume 1 of the official Riptide soundtrack. Whether you're in the car or the gym, or just chilling in the 100th dark layer of the primordial watery abyss, you can listen to music inspired by your favorite characters and places explored in Riptide. You probably know that we use a lot of our favorite songs from games and such in the show, so I also hope you enjoy using the music in your own D&D games. It sort of feels like giving back. You can find the link to the soundtrack in the description, and a huge shout out to Nathan Hanover for making such bangers with us. We have worked incredibly hard on this show through sheer passion for playing the game together, but we wouldn't have gotten this far and put out some fantastic content and projects without all of your support and the support of our patrons on Patreon. So, from myself and from everyone behind the show, thank you all so much. And as always, just roll with it. Where we last left off, Jay spoke with her mother, who'd been weakening over the last few months. Her stories told of her bloodline, one said to be connected to a great tree whose roots split the seas as it grew from the ocean whole, and is what they believe keeps the world in balance. Should this tree truly exist, should it truly be where her energy stems, then she also believes the tree is dying, and it calls for her aid in the form of her spirit. This conversation was cut short as raft soldiers came knocking and searching for the wanted pirates. The three of you escaped and traveled back to the town of Zero. And there, Gillion finally picked up his armor and donned a new hard mode. And Chip acquired a grocery list of items to replace what he had dumped and lost. Upon returning to Inza's home, it had been inhabited by every crew member of the Riptide Pirates, and Griffin filled in all of the missing pieces since the three of you had been gone. A pirate captain, local to the Royal Ocean, whom you'd seen the wanted poster of many months ago, had some of his crew here robbing the poor district and attempting to slowly take over. And now, all together again and inspired to protect a directionless town, the three of you, Chip, Jay, and Gillion, captains of the Riptide Pirates, claimed your first island as your own, with a promise to keep their spirits free. And so, the journey continues. For the 100th time.
You bet your titties it does.
Yeah!
100!
Pull back into a few hours later, from when you stood atop the tower you once crumbled months ago and rose the Jolly Roger of the Riptide Pirates. And we just kind of move through the little opening that's slightly obscured into the forest that leads to Inza's Keep, and just outside of the keep, all of you, together with the crew you have amassed over this period of time, including Inza, sit around a small fire like some sort of outdoor private barbecue, having drinks and talking. For the first time in a long time, just a very peaceful gathering where nothing is dire. Yeah, I remember when this guy, he points at Gillion, this old man Earl. Mm-hmm. This guy hung me over the side of the ship and he kept freezing me inside of it.
That was a good bit, Earl. And a bit for sure. Hardly real. Basically a dream.
Yeah, I don't even remember most of it. I didn't even feel it. I'm still gonna get you back. Oh, on the day you least expect it, fishy boy.
Uh-oh.
It's coming. Your time's coming.
Oh God. That means you and Wetma are both coming for me.
Who?
You and Wetma.
Ollie says, "What, my what?"
No, you're supposed to say who's. Fuck.
Who's Wetma? Who's Wetma? Who's Wetma? It's okay, Gillion. I got you. Who's Wetma?
Wetma Gills. That was it. That was it.
I stand up.
I look so ashamed. I look so ashamed. It's such a terrible fumble.
I'm clapping.
Stand up and start clapping, and like it's just you clapping, and it just makes everything else more silent.
You look at Chip's face. He looks so proud.
Jay would lean over to Enza actually, and they were probably already talking at this point, and she'd be like, "Yeah, so I'm on the ship, right? So we had this robot, this Warforged, and he kind of got electrocuted really badly by a giant fucking electrodon. You ever seen one of those things?
Is that right? No, I mean I've read about both Edison Kingdom and the different Warforged type automatons, you might want to call them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, words hard. Me tired. Me drunk.
Yeah, right there with you.
She just like me.
So I've been working with Ollie here actually. He's been helping me out a lot, and we've been trying to make the ship sort of an automaton and kind of inject Alphonse's our automaton friend, his personality into it, basically himself into it, so he'd be the ship, because we don't really have another Warforged body at the moment. And that's kind of like my big project right now. It was Ollie's idea.
Yeah, and so starts to like stumble up onto her feet. What the fuck are we waiting for? We should be out there right now working on this. Just to stumble away. Come on, the night's young. The night's young. Your ship's not gonna get finished that fast. We have to go down there right now. Fuck it. We have to start working on it so that it's ready, so you can. Oh my! She starts like
crying.
off.
Every moment we're not working on this is another moment that Alphonse is dead. You're right. We have to go.
You're so right. Every artificer needs her assistant, and I get up, immediately stepping on her gun and snapping it in half. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, he said it, so I guess you got to remove your gun from your inventory.
No. Oh, it's just a stick that looked like a gun.
Oh, thank God. That's just the stick I fashioned to look like a gun.
It's just a stick.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm here to help like always, Jay.
I shall provide the tunes. If you guys are seriously all running off, you just follow Enzo.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it drunk, and we're gonna turn Alphonse into a boat.
I would not run off. I would look over to Ollie as they're going by. Not really saying anything, just as they leave, just kind of like look at him and nod.
I'm gonna finish my hot dog. Yeah, you look at him. He's sitting next to his mom. Still got Griffin and Arl here, and Dre's actually disconnected from this little fireside chat, sitting at the edge of the, or leaning onto the door frame of the keep, with his own little tankard, just kind of on the floor that he's sometimes kicks up and catches with. He's really cool like that. You just don't even realize it. Now he's holding it. He's holding it in like his cast.
You know what? I think give Ollie a pat, get up, and walk over to Dre.
All right, yeah. They the ones who stayed keep conversating, and you walk up. What's up,
Yo, man? Get your drink?
Yeah. Just kind of like tips it up. It's a nice night for one of these, huh?
Yeah. Not dying.
So you feel like a real one yet? A real captain? Now that you got an entire island under your crew?
No. Not really. I don't know. How do you feel like a real captain? I don't know. It's strange.
You'll feel it. Whenever you're not bound by anything. When there's nothing weighing heavy on your soul. And you sail through those waves. And you flow with them. As effortless as the water does. As smooth as the wind.
Maybe one day.
Like a plant outside,
Yeah,
soaking up the rays.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I get you.
Photosynthesis. That's when you become a captain.
Hey, what was it? I'll just kind of sit down.
Sure. You both sit on like little steps.
Mm-hmm. What was it like down there? Under the sea. I mean, I feel like I'm dragging everybody over there. I at least want to know what I'm getting them into.
Pauses for a moment, tries to recollect. Though you know he has explained his poor memory of it all.
Visually, I don't remember much. But I can still feel the weight. Wherever we ended up, deep beneath the oceans. The longer you're there, the more it twists you. Where we're going, it will try to twist you. So just make sure your heart's always in the right place, or it'll grow dark. That's what I remember feeling. Wasn't explained, but we all knew.
Do you think if Arlen is still down there, he's twisted?
No. If Arlen's still down there, it's because it couldn't. Twist him, that is.
Yeah,
Ben and I mean, you can tell, we didn't leave the same. You know Arlen.
Yep.
That man had a bigger heart. Even that giant old body couldn't fit it.
It's just hard, you know, because like you said, you guys didn't come out the same, and I'm not weightless. I'm terrified that everybody I bring there is just gonna get swallowed. I keep seeing it. That same thing I saw with Arlen, except sometimes it's Gillion, sometimes it's Jay, sometimes it's Old Man Earl. Oh, now you can hear me.
I felt my spine shiver.
Go back to your hot dog.
It's a marshmallow. Fool.
It's just a really, really long marshmallow.
And I may have burnt it a lot.
How can I bring them all over there in good conscience? Knowing what we're gonna face?
Leading a crew. It's not about making decisions for them. We're thinking about which direction you sail is the safest for everyone. Being a captain just means you found people who like being around one another, who like whatever you're sailing for so much. They all do it together and they all want to see it happen. We all made that oath just a few weeks ago. I'm not saying you gotta take everybody down and deep below the sea should it reopen. But you don't gotta worry about what happens if they follow you.
It's just hard not to, right? Because they wouldn't go there if not for me. At least I don't think. It's hard not to feel responsible for whatever's gonna happen. Sometimes I think maybe I should just dive in there alone. I know I'm not strong enough without him. Not you. I don't know, it's tough. I never expected to be the captain making decisions. I feel ready. It's just... kind of freaking out. I don't know. Maybe it's stupid.
Do you remember what was always most important to Arlen? Or have you forgotten what he tried to teach you? Your fear is good, Chip. It's helped keep you alive this long. But don't assume everybody is as scared. Because I look at these people and I know they ain't scared to follow you there. Use that fear. Let it make you strong enough to lead them. Lead them with your friends. Because if you're alone, that's the easiest and the fastest way to get twisted.
Is that what happened to you?
You could say that.
Just, if you don't want to talk about it anymore, it's fine. This twisting. What does it look like? How would I know if one of my crew's been twisted? And what do I even do?
I don't have all the answers. It's easy to be blind by change like that when you care about someone. I'm sure it happens slow, and it happens within. But do you keep your mind right? Keep a close eye on everyone you love. Think you kids will be alright. We're gonna go down there, we're gonna bust him out. Assuming he's still trapped. Whatever happens, happens. We'll survive. We always do.
We always do. Thanks. Get up and go back to the fire and just hang out over there for a while with Ollie, just making small talk.
Last call if anyone else wants to be a boat. Is that a hand I see, Ollie? Uh-oh, is that a glare I see? Mom? Uh-oh, okay. All right, I'm going. Bye. Jay, can I ask you something?
Yeah. What's up?
Okay, well, every time that I see you're working on something, and I think, and I don't know because I don't know how to do the electronics or the soldering or the stuff that you do, but every time I see like you're about to make a mistake, I just sort of fall on it really fast so that you can keep a good track record. And I was wondering if you want me to keep doing that or not, because I really don't mind. I don't mind. It makes me feel helpful in these big projects, okay? So just let me know if this stuff with the boat takes a turn for the worse, and I'll drop the anchor. I'll just happen to be there in the wrong place, saying something about 4,000 pounds, and then suddenly a 4,000-pound anchor will explode the boat. Just let me know, absolving you of all sort of blame of it. But I just want to play any role I can, that helps you. So,
Yeah, I appreciate that, Gil.
and I get a rush. I get a real rush when I do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Gillion is a
Sometimes-
sick fuck.
Sometimes it's good to be bad, Jay. Just let me know, okay? Just give me the word.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I
your
would maybe,
track
like,
record stay spotless.
I would maybe avoid,
Mm-hmm.
breaking the ship again.
Only if things look like they're going south. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Have I been a good judge of that, by the way? I feel like I have.
No, I mean, it's usually like right as soon as I'm about to
Wait,
do
so
something. What?
wait, so I'm the problem?
I mean, it's like, I can make a little mistake and it's a little stumble, right? But you make your little stumble and you break it.
Yeah, no, it's
Like-
fine. It's fine. I just okay. Hey, Enza, do you need any help with anything? Go.
You actually hear get some like warm breath get close to your ears. You're walking, and then you hear
What the fuck?
la 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 la. You're problematic. La 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 la.
No queen. I don't need a problematic soundtrack because I'm not problematic. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I apologize.
Thank you.
La, la,
Now
la,
let's go see if there's anyone that looks like they're about to mess something up, Queen. We can keep them from messing it up.
When you guys get down to the dock, you see everything's actually really quiet on this night. People have already turned in. It's a little later, and there was some celebration after the announcement and the speech. And
Oh yay!
down at the dock, you can see that there's a few ships, some that are the same size as your sailing ship, although not pirate ships, more just like merchant ships, as they're trying to get back into the swing of things. And yours was in a line for a while to get worked on, and then it finally started, getting its turn, and it's been set up on like the stilts and whatnot, and they've rebuilt a lot of the hull itself, and it's just like, okay, here's one robot ship coming up, and you guys start to go and work on it and do that for the rest of the night. And then the night comes to a close. You all get to mark a long rest if you needed it.
Yay!
And then the next day comes, and we start a few days of what they call in the biz some downtime, which means you guys get to tell me what you do for the next few days as you work, I guess, on a ship and whatnot, and prepare to leave Zero.
I tape Alphonse to the steering wheel and I say I'm in. Does that do anything? Does it work?
We'll see whenever Jay
Okay.
gets to the rolls whether or
Alright,
not
cool.
it adds
Cool.
anything. You're jacked in. The next few days are just going to be your preparation before your ship is completed.
So, I mean, pretty obviously, I'm going to be working on the ship, I think. Or, if priority seems to be other places, like with the teleporter, I might lend out a hand here and there too, But mostly
Okay.
the ship, I think, is to play.
Yeah, don't worry, Jay. I'll help with the teleporter.
You're going to be continuing the project you and Ollie started. Mostly Ollie was just there and he helped with the creative process 'cause he's fucking awesome. But
Yeah,
you're
no,
more
he
awesome.
was
You
great
actually do all the work, and you're going to be integrating Alphonse's part of the Mr. DAI USB-C into the ship.
Can I cast guidance on Jay merely by virtue of not being there while she's working?
I was going to say, on one of the rolls, you get to roll twice today because you started work on it last night, and you get to add a D4 for both Gillion's guidance and jacking in.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
I want the flavor of it to just be, I give her a little pat on the shoulder and go off to my errands, and she's immediately more able to do everything.
you see,
she's
like-
finishing projects left and right.
You see, like, the tenseness in her shoulders kind of fade away slowly as you get further away.
So you're just going to roll plus your intelligence plus your proficiency.
22 plus a D4, right?
Yeah, on one of the rolls you get to roll again after
26.
this. All right, 26 total. Go ahead and roll one more time, as you and Inza are helping out.
13.
All right, a 13 with that
Plus
one.
another 4, 17.
Okay, so you're working. God damn, so that's like a 24 and a 17 for this day, and I think we can just carry that over for the next few downtime days, unless you're doing anything different.
Yeah, I mean, if we finish up before things end, then I'll end up doing something different. But I'm probably gonna focus on this for the next few days because
It'll probably take the next
shifts.
few days unless you have something else you want to do. But realistically, it takes the next few days because you're not only helping the craftsmen build the ship, but you're also instructing them on how you're going to integrate the different mechanisms and wiring and all that kind of stuff for the Alphonse combined with Albatross project that you invented. And while you're doing that, Inza's going to spend time working on both the teleporter receiver and sender for the ship and for the keep that she had planned to do already, and you guys decided to do it for your ship since you became friends. So that's what she's going to do. She rolled with advantage because you're around.
Yeah, since I rolled good, I actually want to like integrate a sort of like Gillion was saying, a jack-in thing, where once we have an actual body for Alphonse, where he can just jack into the ship and like be the ship again, you know?
Oh, if he ever needs to?
That's sick. Can we do a
So you can go
jacket like
back
the
and forth.
Matrix so we can, if Alphonse isn't around, we can plug someone into the ship?
I'll actually say, because it's a complex thing moving a soul, basically, for this Warforged back and forth like that, just roll a straight Arcana check.
Straight
For that
Arcana.
part.
It rolled from a natural 1 to a 19. 23.
Nice, good shit, man.
You think that you create that function, and for the next few days you're going to work on it?
See. Yeah.
Whether or not that works. As of right now, you know probably that you most likely cannot take, you can't just like connect him to the ship and let him like be alive right away from this, if that makes sense.
All right, Gillion's going to the post office. He's got a little package that he's had to send for a while. And I'm gonna pick up some funny wrapping paper, and I'm gonna write on it, and it's gonna say "Happy Birthday and Merry Fishmas," and it's gonna be the water whip for Caspian. And I get ready to drop it off, and I feel like it needs a little quirky, like something written on the card. So I say, "Happy birthday, you can nay, but now you can ... winky face." And I'm going to put the whip in the. I don't know if you guys also do this in your family, where you write weird little like odd hints. I do that.
No, I just give the wrong card. I give like a Hanukkah card or something.
That's funny. Yeah. I no, he'll hate this. Just says sorry for your loss. Instead, I put the whip in the box. I whip it off and ship it off. Unless they charge me any money, because my co-captains don't let me hold on to that anymore. So I'll be in trouble. So I try and send it off. Please don't weigh it. Please don't weigh it. Please don't weigh it.
Normally there is a fee. Do you have no money?
I have 0 gold because they don't. There's been some incidents before that I've been made aware of and I've grown from.
Well, this is a predicament.
Well, let's see. I dig through the pants. There's like this compass thing. I wonder what this is. I'll give this. Let's see. I've got something. Do you need? How much is that package going to be to send?
I didn't ever expect to see you back.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see you again either. Let's just try and keep this to business, okay? What'll be the charge on that?
Well, for you, it gets lost in your eyes for a second.
Jesus. Okay.
5 silver.
He says 5 silver, and I say, well, I don't know if that's gonna work, because despite my appearance, I'm actually not very liquid right now. And I'm gonna try and riz the price down.
All right. Persuasion. Audio listeners, you missed the best face I've ever seen.
It sucked, dude. I should get disadvantage. Okay. It is my destiny to riz. I'm gonna roll. That's
Oh, I'll get the ship for you right away, sir.
Didn't need it. Didn't need it for anything later. I'm sure. This is a good time to get that. This is a good time to get that.
Yourself. It's Riz on the house. It's on the Riz. It's on the Riz.
And I blast him back into the post boxes with my super Riz and leave never to return.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay. All right. That was the first thing on the list.
Shit.
I swear it'll go easier. It'll go easier.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I do that. Okay. Yeah. I'm so happy I finally did that. The next thing I wanted to do is just whenever Chip and Jay are around, I wanted to take them to that audiobook place and see if we could find anything on the Black Sea to listen to like gain some info.
That'd be good.
That'd be good.
And I don't have any money because they don't let me have any, so I just start begging them to let me get an allowance so that I can buy us cannons and healing potions. Please, Chip, please. Just a little bit now. You don't have to give me allowance for a month. Can I use my month's worth of allowance?
I don't know. What's like a good amount of gold? Are we like the parents? Do we like look at each other like?
I'll look at you and I'll like whisper in, Gillion, you wouldn't hear what I say. I don't have a lot of money at all.
Yeah, I know. The shark ate it all.
Please, I'll never ask for anything ever again. Please.
It depends on how much I would keep on my person, like in my coin purse, because I have 200 platinum in my sheet, but I don't know if I actually have that or not.
Well.
Oh, Jay, please. Oh, Jay, please. Just a little, Jay. Just a little. What's my allowance? Let's just take away. I'll do a whole year's worth of allowance. I have to get the cannons and the healing potions. Everyone now has cannons and healing potions except me. I break something.
It's fine. Yeah, just give him however much, and I'll tell him what he can get based off that.
I can just take all of it and give you back what's left, Jay.
I nod. No.
I feel like that's like a really, really terrible mistake.
I can give you the change.
You know how much a cannon and potions cost? This is like a real question.
Cannons are pretty expensive.
Because like I agree, we need cannons.
We
right?
need cannons, and you're so busy. Give me.
How about you go take a little bit, and once you figure out how much it is, if you need more, you come back.
Oh God! I kick a rock. Fine.
All right, Moneybags, hand it over.
Not happy about it.
I guess I'll give you 50 platinum. The 1 pound in platinum.
Maybe a little bit for me.
500 gold.
500 gold. Yeah. What the fuck do you need money for?
I'm doing something special. I'm working on it. Don't worry about it. God.
Jay, if Chip's getting extra, I should get extra too.
I'm getting the same amount as you, Gillion.
He's the same amount?
That's not fair. I'm getting us cannons and healing potions.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Trust me. It'll be awesome.
Fine. Okay, but you owe me. Gillion, you don't owe me because I know you're not good for it. You won't give me the money back.
What do you mean? I'm good.
Well, he could owe you a favor.
That's true. He already owes me like a life debt, though.
I do owe you a life debt. Do you want to chalk up 2 life debts? We can do 2 life debts.
Yeah, sure. What's one more life debt?
What's one more life debt? So much. Get on my knee, draw blood, draw like a sigil, fucking lights up. It is bound.
I'm just staring in horror.
I didn't think you'd do that. I'm just gonna let you guys do your thing. I'm gonna keep making the ship.
Okay, I'll give you back whatever's left. I run away really fast.
I'm never seeing that money again.
Don't worry. Gillion Tidestrider Riz Reverend is on it.
There's not a potion store here.
Yeah.
You can try to find someone who can
Ocean selling.
make it, but they're going to be a tad more expensive.
Okay.
Because there are people who specialize in magic and brewing and stuff, but there's no sellers here. They don't make a living off of it.
Good to know. Are cannons a no-go or are cannons here? Is that...
You can get cannons down at the dock, just installed onto the ship while Jay's working on it.
Okay.
How many cannons do you want? They're probably around, I want to say 100 gold each, but they might be just
100 gold? How much is a platinum?
10 gold.
So 1 cannon is 1 platinum? No, 10 platinum?
No, 10 platinum. And you have 50 platinum.
Oh, shit. That is pretty expensive.
So on the healing potions, before we do the thing, you can get 1 greater healing for 110 gold.
Oh, my God.
2 regular healings for an additional 120 for both. So that's 230 gold. You can get 2 cannons for the rest of your gold, and then you have some left over.
Okay, so it's 1 greater, 2 regular.
Yeah, healing potions have always been that expensive. I checked
That's
my
cool.
dock. And then if you want to risk it, there are more healing potions in the port.
Yeah, I just don't want to count on anything because we are so unbelievably wanted. It's crazy.
They want us.
So we probably have to buy cannonballs too.
You want me to tell you what kind of weapons they have?
Yeah. I'm just wondering if I can get like one other weird thing with what I have left
70
over.
gold. I'll say
Yeah.
that you can get a ballista.
Dude, that's kind of awesome. Can we get let's fucking get a ballista to like shoot down
2
birds.
cannons and 1 ballista for a lot of gold.
Yeah, I love it. All right, let's
All
do
right.
2 cannons and one ballista.
Bet.
Can we put the ballista in the crow's nest? I think it would fit.
That feels so impractical, but yeah, sure. I just give them to Jay. Jay can put them wherever she wants.
Can we get a huacha?
Bro is just asking for fucking sounds. Bro is asking for
No,
concepts.
no,
What
it's
is
a real
huacha?
thing. It's a real thing. It looks like this. It shoots like a barrage of arrows.
There's dude, that looks fucking sick.
Oh, these things are cool as hell, yeah.
Jay, I spent all your money, but I want to watch a Jay.
No, you can't.
Why can't we get huacha? Well, Jay could build it. Jay could build it. Listen, it's simple engineering.
Jay is busy on other things.
She can fucking do both.
Come on, Chip. Let's go ask Enzo to build us a huacha.
Enzo's fucking busy, all right? They're both busy.
All right, fine, Chip. We're building a huacha.
I start punching the ground because I'm really upset about it.
I start making what I think. I just start picking up sticks and putting them in a fucking pile. Huacha!
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 Guys, we have no time to make your ancient Chinese fucking weaponry for the ship, okay?
I start just lighting a fire. If there's any chance that Chip and I can make some sort of obscene roll here to see if we can together jerry rig a huacha, I will be forever grateful.
One of you make it an intelligence check with disadvantage.
I turn up and I point to where I think God is and I say, we'll do it, just watch us. And I look down at my sheet like maybe I'll get inspiration for it to help us with the roll.
No, I got a 5. I got a 5.
No, dude. This isn't your fucking specialty. Just build one later.
I put a bunch of twigs together and I'm like, huacha.
I think it's a huacha. I go, huacha.
Okay.
Okay, so what I would like to do is first ask Enza a question. I will approach her. She is doing stuff. I will bother her in the middle of her work. and I'll say,
What? So she's at the
Hey,
keep at this point?
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
would you mind if I fix up
Co-house owner.
the house a little? Maybe renovated one of the rooms, fix the hole in the ground.
She stops for a second, working on the let's say cinder teleporter machine. She stands up, looks at you. I was just kidding about the co-owner thing, but I mean, I might consider it if you really want to fix it up. Yeah.
Well, I figured maybe in return I could just make one of the rooms, for Ollie. And he could stay there. Another one maybe for his mom too. She scares me. I mean, if you don't want her to stay here, you can tell her no, I'm not doing it.
Shit. She has this kind of look where you can tell that she cares about people very easily and fast, and she's like, fuck this.
Come on, he's just a little guy. Look at him over there in the pool. He's fucking drowning. Shit. I go and I pull him up. Stop doing that.
I kind of had a feeling they were going to need a place when I was watching over him. I mean, just letting him stay here when you guys left in such a hurry. So, yeah, you didn't even really need to ask.
Okay, cool. And hey, if you don't want to stay here and hang out with this family, maybe you could come hang out with our family.
Someone's got to be here to take care of, I guess I never told you, but, my great-grandfather used to live in this house before he died, and then, I guess when he died, people just sort of forgot about it. And, that's why I knew about it, why I've been staying here and working out of here, but, we'll have this teleportation machine to go back and forth every day. So, if I don't know, I'm not. I want to get off this fucking island so bad and see the world, but I'm just not really sure.
Well, look, hey, maybe I can teach Ollie how to take care of this house. He can do it with me, and.
Well, can you teach him to do magic and keep this teleporter running? I mean.
Well, no, but.
Someone's got to be here in case you guys get in case it fucks up, as things tend to do when you're doing it for the first time.
Maybe you could teach him, and then we could get you off this island. Maybe after we go to this big scary place we're going to, but.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that sounds. I could probably help him.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll put him to work. Hey, Ollie!
Yeah!
He's just like freaking out, bro's on a sugar rush right now. He found the candy stash. I would like to fix up the house with Ollie.
Minecraft! Sorry, it's not.
What the fuck?
First thing I want to say to Ollie is, all right, this room, no going in this room, all right? Off limits.
Which room? This one? He opens it up.
I close it. Hey! No. All right?
Okay. All right.
I'm going to teach you how to take care of this house, all right? This is your responsibility.
What?
Your job. You need to make sure this house stays in perfect condition.
Oh, wait,
The
this is
floorboard
my house?
breaks,
This is my house
you need
now?
to fix it. It's your job.
Danza give it to me?
No, Ollie, it's just your job.
My house. When we're living under my house. Running around with a hammer?
He's insane, man.
I'm going to, over the next few days, have him help me fix the hole in the floor.
Absolutely.
Get the water out of the fucking living room.
Wait, what? The pool? You're gonna get rid of the fucking pool?
Yes, I'm getting rid of the fucking pool.
I'm gonna try and stop him. I don't understand. We made that fucking pool together, and now all of a sudden it's weird.
It's not that it's weird. It's just that there is a kid who can't swim.
Everyone likes the pool, dude. The kid likes the pool
He
so much that
drowns
he keeps
in the
jumping
pool.
into it. The kid loves the pool.
Come to a compromise? Put it outside.
An outdoor pool. That makes sense. That makes sense.
And I would like to renovate that one room in secret and add a couple of things. And I will DM them to you now.
Okay.
And I will spend the platinum I was given.
To get the items, got it.
Yes, and I will riz all the prices down.
I buy things for the group, and you spend all your money getting rid of my pool, dude, that we built together, right?
Dude, I built a better pool. I built a better pool, and at the bottom, I
don't see it. I don't see it right now. Is it there?
At the bottom, can I make it look like a decal of pretzel at the bottom of the pool?
All right, I'll forgive you if you do that.
That's all it takes, baby.
If you do it in those like weird kind of tacky tiles too, like those pool tiles.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
forgive you.
So here's what I'll say for you: since you're building something, go ahead and roll Dex plus proficiency because it's not really anything.
That I rolled a 15 plus proficiency is 19, so I got a 19.
With a 19, this takes you mostly the entire first day to just patch up the house. Next day, you'll probably finish with the secret room. Ollie has a good time helping you out. He doesn't ever go in. Actually, does he go into the secret room at any point? Let's see.
Uh-oh.
No. I'll say that he sticks to his word out of sheer respect for his captain.
Wow.
And doesn't go in there. On the final day, all of you are combined together, and due to Gillion's idea, you head to the cooked book and greet Cliffhanger.
Fucking Cliff.
Well, hello,
dude.
welcome into my cooked book, inventor and pioneer, entrepreneur of all things audiobooks. And there behind him, of course, is those shelves filled with absolutely nothing. They look like they should be bookshelves, but there is nothing behind him.
Jay, I thought you said this was a book store.
1 gold per book.
Guys, I got this. I walk up and I fucking throw all my weight onto the counter and I slam really hard. Now, I'm not here to play any games with you. You got information? We want it. We want to know about the Black Sea.
So you slam down and he looks down at you. Are you here to rob me?
Of secret information?
I guess you could say that.
No, not this voice, dude.
Listen, you just have some information that we need to know.
So, Cliffhanger has pearlescent white hair. And he's got that very thin mustache with the very, triangular small goatee. And he's dressed very finely. And he taps up to his temple, and as he's scanning through, it looks like he seems to be, his eyes start to dart left and right, up and down, and diagonal, and all kinds of way across the room. And then he's almost like he's scanning something in his brain.
Jay, I feel like books worked. Like, we didn't need this.
Yeah,
Like, if a single thing happens to this guy, it's just everything.
it's just
And
all
he spent
gone. Yeah.
he doesn't need this space either. He spent so much money on just empty shelves.
He could just be like
just hundreds
a guy,
and hundreds
you know?
of square footage. Could just be a guy.
He could just be a guy, you know?
Do you think he just can't afford books?
Maybe. But then how does he know all the books?
Wait, to know the books, he'd have to have read the books. So where'd the fucking books go, Jay?
I don't know.
There are seldom any books on what you're referring to as the Black Sea. I assume you mean the previously known Sakura Ocean. Information about what it has become is far and few between.
You guessed correctly. So tell me, what's it gonna take to hear about it? My pauses get even longer. I keep pausing.
I have one text that mentions a Black Sea, though it may not be specifically the one you wish to know about. Do you still care to pay the fee for my audiobook?
Wait, what?
Chip, you've got no riz.
I'm trying to be intense. You know, I'm trying to have that intensity.
No,
What the
Chip.
fuck?
It's an intensity, but there's
Dude.
also a softness to it.
Dude, you're like Superman.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and
You guys just want to raise him out of the fee? Is that all?
this is my destiny. I want our combined riz to try and riz him out of the fee.
The 1 gold fee.
Yep, the 1 gold fee.
Because we are
1 gold is just too much.
the Riptide Pirates.
I feel like my life will be in danger should I say no.
Don't drop it, Chip.
I'm holding it right now. I'm holding the crap out of it right now.
I feel it weakening.
They sneak him 1 gold. They don't notice it because they're too busy rizzing.
Jay, you gotta do it, or it's gonna be really weird.
We've almost got him.
Jay,
Come on, Riptide Pirates.
Jay, literally Riptide Pirates. You're fucking up the vibe right now.
I don't know how the fuck to do.
You look like you're shitting. You have a shitty look. You have a shitty look right now.
He blocks your hand when you try to slip him the gold. You can then tell that he's just playing along.
Very well. I have been sufficiently rizzed. You may fix your faces.
I can't do it.
I don't believe him, Chip.
He then stands back, straight up, fixes his posture.
My jaw's locked in here.
Yeah, it froze. Chip, it fully froze.
Chapter 1. On the night of the 3rd Sorry, this is the wrong book. Chapter 1.
Who's Chris?
I find myself searching for things that don't exist. Nope, this is the wrong book as well. Give me 1 moment, please.
Hit him harder, Chip. Hit him harder.
My jaw is hurt.
Keep it up. He's too powerful.
Jay, just punch us in the face. It'd be funny.
Jay, punch him in the face.
I need someone to knock me.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh my God.
that was brutal.
I'm sorry about that.
Whew. I thought that was gonna take another restore curse spell or something. That was bad.
It felt like it.
Okay.
After a few moments of scanning for the right excerpt, Cliff says, "So it appears all I have in memory
once read at a very old library. A log, a written down verse from an old sea shanty. And this was all I could find. It goes, a world that's turned its back. Its seas be turned to black. The Black Sea is all that's left. History be put to rest. The survivors will rewrite it. Fight on until united. Hope our wrongs be righted. Flee the Black Sea at last. Free from it at last.
Not very jolly or jubilant for a sea shanty.
They rhymed last with last too at the end. I feel like we could do better than that.
You said this was read a long time ago at an old library, right? Like somebody read it? Like some person?
Oh no, I read it.
Oh, okay.
Did you read it before or after the ocean got gunked?
After, I was doing some research down in Onport.
Oh, wait, did that say that like all the ocean, everything's just gonna everything
It sure made
black?
it seem like everything was gonna go black, didn't it, Jay? Because it
Yeah,
didn't say an
I mean, like,
ocean, it said a
that's-
whole
I mean-
world. Yeah.
Well, someone wrote this.
Do you know who?
There is no author.
Maybe if we could examine the handwriting or check the back of the cover.
I do not provide those services.
So you're telling me you read all of the book except the part where it said the name of the author? Because that feels pretty suspicious. That feels a little suspicious.
Would
man.
you prefer I sing it for you? No, I this is not just a book. This was a document I had found in a book
Oh.
of documents, archives,
see.
if you will.
Okay. Interesting.
It's unknown when this song was sung or when it was written, but it was written and it was sung.
Is there anything written or sung about a Captain Hendricks?
Allow me to inspect. Eyes darting
Guys-
all over the place.
Guy's kind of growing on me. I'm not even gonna lie.
And I'm afraid I have nothing more than a few newspaper articles.
That'll work.
He goes through a few different newspaper articles written in the last few decades. The very first one is about a Captain Hendricks alongside 3 other pirate lords. And their claim to being one of the 3 powers of the world, who proclaimed together to keep the balance between the common folk and the government, and to aid all those from not necessarily pirates, but they called like seafarers and other sailors who meant harm to the world at large, while also still being lawless themselves. A free organization, basically, you know, a free set of the most powerful for people who do not pledge allegiance to the government. And there's no pictures because he's reading it aloud.
There's no pictures because we can't see them. Jay, do you still have that book?
Did I give that to Ollie? I feel like I gave that to Ollie.
The one that if you think, then you touch it, and then it writes it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I gave it to Ollie.
Yeah, no worry. Okay, fine, it's cool.
We can go get it. Like, that's so awesome.
Ollie's like just over there.
Yeah, I just
Like-
feel really bad about taking it. Okay. Oh, Chip, can you go do it? I don't-
Okay, I'll just confess right now. I followed you
Ollie!
guys.
Oh my god! Ollie, hey!
I was hiding, and
I'm
now
so
I'm
happy
here.
you're here. I'm so happy you're here. Ollie, do you still have that book that Jay gave you?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so convenient and awesome and fits the scene perfectly. Here, give it to me.
Here, try touching this book and thinking of those pictures you saw.
You open up the first page, it just says, I had fun today. Okay, so what were you asking him to do?
Not, this is Marshall John's diary all over again. I skimmed through all of it.
Dear diary, why?
No. I was asking if he could pull up like the image
Yes.
and text in his mind to see if we could see it physically represented.
My brand,
Do you know what this is?
you would dare rob me. Not only of my information, but of my
it's
very
just that
brand.
if we had a physical paper product of what you're describing, it would help us a lot more. I'm sure no one's ever said that to you before, but
Can you please do it?
if the three of you didn't own, well, the entire island, I would refuse.
We don't. Everyone here is free to do as they choose.
Yeah,
of
I mean, you
course.
don't have to, right? It would just help us out a lot.
You don't have to. It would just help us out.
No, I'm just being dramatic. Okay, he puts his hand on it.
You don't want to see Tidestrider come out again, do you?
Rereads through most of the article.
Yeah.
And some pictures, almost like it's like getting printed from his mind. It does appear on the pages.
Oh, we can finally see.
So you get a very like fuzzy image, but enough to get some details of the 4 pirate lords in one spot. And you see, Chip, you'd recognize Captain Rose's face and his wide-brimmed hat with the red feather, the cloak with the roses that you saw at Rufus's shop. You would see also Captain Shadowbeard, who I can show you what he looks like right now.
Yo.
What?
Does he look like perhaps someone in this room's fucking dad?
He doesn't have a
Yes.
doesn't have a beard.
Captain Shadow Fuzz, dude. Captain 5 o'clock Shadow. Jesus.
That's so funny. Why do you think they call him Shadowbeard, bro?
That got me so bad. That got me so, because my eyes zoomed instantly on his fucking chin so bad. I was looking
He's
nowhere
got a
else.
very masculine cleft chin.
Oh my god. Is Ollie like a half elf?
Ollie is a half elf. Only really Chip and Gillion would be able to
Okay.
discern something. If Gillion, if you really are too dumb, I'll just say it to Chip. Chip, you recognize Shadowbeard.
Oh.
As if you've seen him before, when you were very young. He looks gnarly, and his hair's covered. It's hard to say if he looks like an older version of Ollie or not, just from this picture.
But it would be safe to start putting a couple dots together.
We have seen what Ollie looks like grown up too, actually.
You've seen Ollie as a young adult. This man is well into his 40s. I'll just say you can roll. We'll see what you roll. Let's just roll a perception for Chip.
Maybe investigation.
Investigation actually probably helps a bit more. Because
Trying to help you out, man. I don't know what's better.
yeah. Investigation is a lot better. You're right.
16.
There's similarities for sure. But what really jumps out to you are the glow his eyes give off. A purple glow that you've seen twice before.
On Lizzie and on Price, right?
Yes. After Shadowbeard and Captain Rose, you would see just a silhouette. Wavy hair at the top. A bit of a background figure, but behind the 3, who you can only assume is the Dread Queen. But her features are intentionally obscured. Mostly her face.
Gotta stay on brand.
And just a bit distant from the other 2, almost like he doesn't belong. Standing with a very regal but relaxed posture. Captain Hendricks, a tiefling.
What is it? Our tiefling?
There's some differences in his face. The eyes are a different color. There's a bit more human to his appearance overall. But the colors are there. His obsidian skin, his gold ornaments, the black trench coat, in a pirate captain fashion. And just have a soft expression, eyeing directly at whoever is taking the shot, while the others all look more candid, as if they were unaware.
Couldn't have gotten this from an audiobook.
Definitely not.
And the way he's looking directly at the shell that took this standstill gives you goosebumps when you meet it. Like the picture is real. But it's not.
Pull out a little red pen and draw a little funny mustache on him. Make him look really dumb and, Thank you, Cliff. I was wondering, have you ever read any of the works of one Finn Tidestrider?
Oh no.
Oh no.
I go over to Ollie. I cover his ears.
And if you could just hold your hand on this book while you recount.
Oh, Findice.
Oh, dear diary, today I had sex.
Finn Tidestrider, sex 2. Elusive crawfish and where to find them.
No, that book, you don't have that book yet. That book is rare.
It's out there somewhere.
Okay, so actually he does have a book fight by Finn Tidestrider. It's called The Island of Frozen Roses by Finn Tidestrider.
Yep. Still sounds like it could be something
It
sex.
details
Earmuffs
their
on,
visit to an island in the northern sea, the Veritas Sea, known as the Primrose Archipelago, and that's pretty much the entire book. The place is almost like a large living greenhouse in the center of scattered islands, and
cool.
The outside islands are all very winter-esque, winterland-esque. The entire climate of the surrounding islands is frozen below temperature, and in the middle is this very, very beautiful, warm garden. And these people all live together in this area, in both places. And it details more of that, but I want to try and keep this shorter, so.
All good. That's all I wanted to do. I guess I'll just fucking just rip out the pages, sort of shittily bind them, and say new book get. Yeah, that'll be all. I think from now on we can probably just read the paper that has the words on it.
Yeah, there's this takes the entire day pretty much because there's a lot of listening to an audio.
Only there were a way to go through this information faster. Then someone could speak it.
Leave! I understand you don't like his business.
You can only have one customer at a time. It's just such a flawed model.
All right, guys, we got our information. Let's get out of here. I have something to show all of you. I run out. I pick up Ollie up over my head, and I'm sprinting.
Okay.
We get back to the house, and in front of it, there is a big, sheet that I drew a bus on. Ollie and I would like to introduce to you...
The Magic School Bus!
No.
Whoa.
The Magic House! And I fucking burn the sheet, and you can see the house. It looks mostly the same.
Wow!
But there's a sheet at the top that looks like it's covering something up there.
Wow, you moved the pool outside. That's so considerate of you.
We actually pushed the house about 3 centimeters to the left.
It's perfect.
Gillion, I'm going to take you on a roller coaster of emotions right now, okay? So brace yourself.
Okay, I think I'm ready to see.
All right, come on inside. I open the door. It looks mostly the same.
Am I
Once
really
again,
on House Chipper right now? Am I really on House Chipper?
everything looks the same, but as soon as you look over to where the pool was, there's no pool. It's just a normal room.
My face drops.
It's cleaner, at least.
Chip, what did you do?
Look, okay, I understand. This is going to bring the vibe down. Everybody's feeling sad right now, But it's at our lowest.
I don't like it.
We can only go up from here. Gillion, come with me.
And I walk up the stairs.
Begrudgingly walk with him. I'll pick up that anchor that I did drop through the floor.
I don't walk up the stairs. I'll walk him out the back over to the new pool.
Yeah, someone's covering my eyes as well.
Cover your eyes and you open them and you can see
I love that pool. I almost died in that pool multiple
a filter.
What?
Keeping the pH perfect. At the bottom, the pink tiles of Pretzel. And I unclip Pretzel from his belt secretly and I go, "Can I?"
Pretzel says it sounds good.
I let her free into it.
Crawls off, slinks in,
connects to the pool. You can see this pool overlooks the cliffside, and there is a small wooden diving board at the end that leads off the cliff into the actual ocean, just connected to the pool here.
My dream pool! Thank you, House Chipper!
Anytime.
Pretzel spins around.
We all look at where we think the camera is and wave.
All in 3 different directions.
Is Pretzel a saltwater frogtopus?
Yes, she's dying.
Okay, so the water in here would be salt water.
Oh!
Pretzel's bilingual. She can.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That does make sense. Yeah. Octopus are saltwater, fresher frog water. What? Let's keep going.
Hurry up! I want to see the room.
Is there? Wait, there can't be more than this.
Okay.
It surely can't get better.
And up here, all right, this is the only thing we did a little more to. That room that was completely destroyed by the hole in the floor.
Where all my shit was, where I did the workshop? Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry. We did something a little different. I open the door and I usher Ollie inside.
All right, he's got his eyes closed.
Oh my god, I pull out one of the selfie stones to get his reaction.
He opens it up.
As he opens the door, you can see that this room looks almost identical to the barracks on our ship. But on the side wall, there are 2 kind of bunk beds that have ropes fashioning them to the wall. There's like barrels all around. There's a big treasure chest, and when I open it up, it's full of clothes. And there's a rope ladder leading up outside of a hole. And as I go up and I get Ollie to come up, it is a crow's nest to look out onto the island.
And as they're looking up there together, I pull out the little selfie stone and I down at the bottom and get them a little picture of it.
It's just Ollie's face. It's like wet with tears and snot. For me?
All for you. And check this out. I hand him his very own Riptide's pirate flag.
Oh!
You can put that up there or in the room or wherever you want. It's the boob one.
I always wondered where the boob one went.
No, it's totally not the boob one. His mom would kill me.
When he's older.
Chippa! I don't know what to say.
I don't say anything. Don't worry about it. I figured you might have gotten used to the ship, and so I wanted you to feel at home in your new home.
I need that book back right now. Can I have that book back? Give me the black book that I gave you.
Oh, sure. You know, I almost dropped this inside the Electrodonna.
He pulls out a match and starts. He's gonna try and light it on fire.
Whoa! What are you
Yeah,
doing?
you don't need this. This is not
take it
not
away.
good enough.
I take it away. Why are you trying to burn it?
I don't know. This is too much. This is much better than what I gave you guys. And
Look.
I don't know.
No. You gave us you. Your smile, your laugh, that's all we ever needed. You kept our spirits up when things were down. We love you so much, buddy. I did get one more thing for you. And I want to reach from behind his ear and pull a coin. It's Arlen's coin. Whenever you get sad or scared, just remember we got you. Hang on to this. Someone gave this to me a long time ago, and I think you should have it.
I don't want you guys to leave.
We'll be back. Just hold down the fort for a while. Can you do that?
Yeah. Okay.
I'll give him a hug.
Yeah, he wants to hug all of you guys. Just pull you all in.
Yeah.
Run all the way upstairs.
We'll just jump down. It's like a little crow's nest. If we all get up there, it will break. I'm not a...
We all get up there. Gotta do it all again.
I definitely give Ollie the biggest fucking hug. The biggest fucking hug he's ever gotten, I tell you what. Big group hug.
Yeah, until I came along and give him a bigger hug.
You son
Tried
of
to
a
give
bitch.
him a bigger hug than Jay did.
We'll be back before you know it.
Enza said you guys might be able to visit. But while you're gone, I'm gonna keep a trade in my hands. I'm gonna steal from everyone on the island. I'll give it back.
No.
But I'm
Don't
gonna
steal.
practice
Okay.
just so I can have. And then I'm gonna fight with maybe Enza. She said she's gonna teach me some magic, and maybe she'll teach me how to kick ass some more. Even though I already learned a lot from you guys, and I'm gonna learn how to swim.
Supervised.
And then when I'm a little older, I can come back, right? On the ship.
You'll always be a Riptide Pirate.
Even when you are old and decrepit, you will still be our small boy, who we always will keep on the ship and in our hearts. Was that good? Thanks, guys.
Yeah. No, that was great.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I had a lot of fun. And I'll miss you. Don't die. And come back.
I'll come back. We all will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I promise.
Fuck shit up.
Be the best goddamn pirates.
You've ever seen. We're gonna have to fuck shit up extra hard, though.
All right, we'll try out the bed.
Yahoo!
Jumps out of the bed.
Yahoo! Mamma mia!
Half-hearted, like, mid-cry, yeah.
He goes, yippee!
Oh, yeah.
Just fucking jumps into it.
Is his mom nearby?
You can roll perception.
I'd want to see how disappointed she is that it's a pirate room. 20.
You can't see her. She's in the hall outside the door. You'd have to go outside to really see the reaction. But
Yeah. I want to... That book still has the drawing, doesn't it? The drawing of the newspaper article with all the captains.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's on Gillion, yeah.
I just kind of grab it from him and slip outside. And I'll just like quietly shut the door and let them have fun in there.
Oh, waterbed! You just hear a big splash.
She doesn't look disappointed. She looks empathetic. And then she sees you come out and she puts her... she is standing and walking around now.
That's good.
She pulls it together.
I know you said you didn't want him doing pirate stuff, so I figured this was the best middle ground for him. Sorry if it's too much. Enza said that you guys can stay here. For as long as you need. For as long as you want.
It's, more kind of you and her than I would have expected. And I do appreciate the home and what you've done for Ollie.
He's a good kid.
I know.
Pirate or not, he's got a great future ahead of him. Look, I know it's probably a sore subject, but I really want to understand. And I saw a picture earlier today, and I was wondering. And I open up the book to the page. Does this have any significance?
Her lip trembles. What are you asking?
Is that his dad? His brother? Or...
His brother died a long time ago.
But that is Oliver's father, yes.
What happened to him?
His father?
And to his brother. I just want to know. I want to understand. And help if I can.
There's too much of a narrative to explore with my life. My life with Oliver's father. Our first son. I used to live out at sea with him. We had our son while sailing, delivered on the ship. In a fight, an ambush, during the night between both other pirates and the government. So my husband was chased by both. Our first son was killed. Bellamy would have been his name. When it was time for Oliver, I knew I didn't want to live through the same things. Edward, Oliver's father, did not. He could not leave his life at sea. It meant everything to him. He left me here, not without money, without gold. And he'd send letters every so often, though I don't have them anymore. And so I raised Oliver by myself. And the news came. Maybe a year ago, or so. The other pirate lords were disappearing. The last one remaining was my husband. But they got him too. That's why, when I lost Oliver a few months ago, I thought I had lost everything. I couldn't give up. I lived solely on the hope that he would still be alive and return. She stops there.
I can't imagine how hard that all must have been. I mean, I get it. As much as I can, anyway, and maybe there's a chance he's not gone and we could find him if you'd even want us to.
Ever since he came back, I've decided to focus on what I have now and not what I've lost, as best as I can.
It's probably a better way to live. Thank you for sharing that with me. I know you didn't have to, and I'm sure there's not a lot of trust in us. And I get that too.
I meant what I said. For you to be better people. Not that you had bad intentions. And if I can help you be better by knowing my story, better than my husband was, better than me, it is a very small price to pay to relive those memories.
I won't forget the lesson. And I won't forget about you or Holly. We won't take him away on a ship or anything, but we'll always make sure he's safe. And you too. Make sure you can live a life of peace here. Or at least do our best.
You hear a splash outside. He still can't swim.
All right, well, you can't swim.
I'll get him. Yeah, run off. I spent way too long just with my hands on my hips, shaking my head like a proud father, and then until I watch him sink down below the water, then dive in and go get him.
I should probably go do something about that. And I want to run over to a room and like jump out the window into the pool.
The next day comes, you guys have finished all that you can. We'll say that all of you have gathered onto your ship now. And you're all at the docks with friends as like Ollie, Inza, and people from the town like Mr. Rico and such. Even Riz is here. Jay, you're just about to finalize and jack in Alphonse on the ship.
Big moment. You see Gillion getting ready. In case it all goes south.
You getting ready to jump on it and destroy it?
Yeah, Gillion's just in the crow's nest holding an anchor, just looking at Jay.
Jay looks up at Gillion and starts sweating.
I look down at her and smile and just start nodding very slowly, and then point at the wheel and give her a thumbs up, and then take a second and then point at her, and then say like shrug, and then say thumbs down, and then do a gesture of me holding out the anchor and then dropping it, and then I catch it again, and then I give her another thumbs up.
Jay is really confused by all the signals you're giving right now. So she just gives you a thumbs up and continues.
Just before you jack in there, the lower deck, the small square chamber where you guys sleep, has been slightly expanded. There's now an extra room behind a door, or not, depending on what you guys want, where this teleportation circle and receiver machine has been constructed, and it sort of builds up, and it is, works its way through the ship. And Inza yells out just before you're about to do your thing. She goes, "Oh, right, Jay, whenever you want to come back, same for me. Think of the place you want to go, the tower by the keep, and you have to set. We set a command word. You remember the command word?"
Oh God, I was really drunk.
Yeah, me too. So this is gonna be a little bit of a problem.
Oh God. Listen, I'll figure it out. Probably.
Hopefully, during an emergency, it'll just come to you.
Yeah,
And then you can let me know.
Shout the word that I think that would have been the command word, and then I'll let you. You have a conch shell? You should probably exchange numbers if you do.
Yeah, you guys have already. Yeah, I'm gonna say you guys have already done that. All three of you with Ollie's conch shell and with Inzis. And you push off and you jack in Alphonse's USB-C. Everybody's shouting goodbyes. Your crew is also waving. La 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 la. Yeah, whatever. I didn't like this place anyways.
Goodbye. All right, Jay, we're heading right towards that big rock.
Bye.
I jack in. There's a little hatch that flips on the wheel, and I jack in the USB-C, and as it does, the sort of metal kind of like overtakes the wheel, and a little face kind of sprouts out of like the helm of the ship just over the wheel. It looks like roughly
You start
similar.
hearing some pistons and springs.
I'm no artisan, but it looks roughly similar to Alphonse, and it has a little cowboy hat on.
It's fucking Autobots. Roll out.
Can we get RGB strips like around the
And
ship?
yeah, there's the entire
Yeah.
ship is RGB. I was gonna actually say that.
Fuck yeah.
You guys are gonna get attacked tonight.
If you look into the water underneath us, it's like it's green, and then it's blue, and then it's pink, and
This is so distracting.
we're gonna be so stealthy.
You actually hear, "Oh my god, that's awesome!" From back, you guys are starting to sail off in the direction of Allport, and a few moments pass after you turn it all on.
It's okay. We can turn the RGB off too.
I'm like at the back of the ship, like waving. We'll be back.
I know. And then
Really need to remember that word.
you hear,
Captains.
Scares the shit out of me. I drop the anchor.
as it's sort of
You didn't make it.
I know,
5,000
I
pounds.
know,
That's
I know.
fine. Yeah.
it's heard almost sourceless all around the ship, like as if it's the ship is talking itself, just below your feet.
Captains.
That is awesome.
Holy
Whoa.
shit! Oh my god.
Danger incoming.
What?
What?
Danger. Danger incoming.
Oh fuck.
Well, we just took off. What do you mean, danger?
Danger. Danger incoming.
Alphonse, turn the ship.
Engage. No, you can't say that. Engage evasive maneuvers. That's what we have to say.
Oh, that's true.
Small words don't work on computers, Chip.
Sorry.
Engaging defensive maneuvers.
And then the fucking sails all drop. the ropes untie.
See, it worked.
Still a few kinks to work out, huh?
Whoa, what's this? Oh, we're getting sucked into an ad. We're getting whoa. Oh man, it looks like in this dimension, we're totally sponsored by PayPal Honey, the easiest way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. Guys, have you realized that in our dimension, prices are exploding upwards, kind of like a star when it explodes from getting too hot? These prices are getting too hot, dude. Yeah, I freaking hate it when I'm taking my 1966 Shelby Silverado to the gas station. I realize the price has gone from $169 to $369, dude. It's insane. Well, thanks to Honey, in this dimension and in our dimension, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. That's because Honey is a free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart or your car. Just your card, actually. It only works on phones and iPhones and computers. Get out of my way, we've just entered the gains dimension! That's right, in this dimension all I care about is creatine, protein powder, and putting 5 pounds of muscle on my gluteus maximus! Speaking of my gluteus maximus, I recently used Honey to save money on gym equipment! That's right, mother yuckers! Honey took that $120 weightlifting belt to a $108 weightlifting belt. That's 10% off minus $12! And if that ain't gains, then I ain't swole! I ain't yoked, and I'm yoked! That's savings! Honey was also pretty easy to use, so that's good. Did you know that Honey doesn't just work on desktop? It also works on your iPhone too. I think I already mentioned this, but just go to Safari, activate it on your phone, and you'll be saving on the go. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, you've heard it a million times before here on the show. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid in supporting this show. Just roll with it, Riptide. Get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/JRWI. That's joinhoney.com/JRWI. Now back to the show. Jay, just roll perception.
Natural one.
Oh, Alphonse, you shilly. Jay, I think it's a glitch.
You hear a in the distance. None of you react in time as you're distracted. Jay rolls a natural 1.
Uh-huh.
And then you hear as something tears through one of the sails.
We just got this
We
ship
just
fell.
got off the fucking island.
As you are now halfway from zero, and about the same distance in the opposite direction, you see one giant warship with the symbol of raft on its main sail,
Bruh.
Bruh.
and another slightly smaller ship, but still bigger than yours, next to it, sailing in your direction.
God, they saw the RGB so fast.
Okay, turn off the RGB.
Alphonse, disengage RGB.
All right, pirates, what do we think? Fuck shit up?
We got it. The island's under our protection. We can't just leave immediately. We took an oath.
As far as it is, you see a blip of an orange fiery glow flare up and emit from the start of the giant
or we
warship.
can just like not, you know, we can just not. We cannot.
Tell me it's not a Hwacha.
No, it's not a Hwacha. Is it a Hwacha? Chip, prime the Hwacha.
You broke the Hwacha!
You broke the Hwacha.
Didn't you just describe it as fatherly?
I didn't describe it as fatherly. I said firely.
Dude, fatherly energy coming from the ship is crazy.
What do we think? Sure would be a good time to have a Hwacha and look at Chip in the eyes.
I look at Gillion in the eyes.
How big is a warship compared to our ship?
Your ship right now is about 80 to 100 feet in length. Warship is just slightly bigger and wider in dimension, but it's not like unnaturally larger than your ship, but it is, in Jay's knowledge, you know it's built for destruction of other ships.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Alphonse, run diagnostics. Run probability calculator. Calculate risk.
Alphonse, just get us close to it.
Yes, Captain. And yes, Captain. One of the sails has been ripped. Though,
Yeah,
not enough damage to stop our functions.
that's good.
You get a little closer.
All right, is there anything we can do to defend from these
No.
cannons?
Analyze enemy weaponry. Do they have a Hwacha? Hwacha analysis.
Guys, come on, let's get the cannons or something. If we can't defend, we gotta have a good offense.
Got 2 cannons, and we have a ballista, and we've got the Hwacha. And I point over at the pile of sticks. Okay, who's on what?
I'll take the ballista.
I'm just gonna board their ship, honestly.
Well, yeah, but we gotta shoot them until we get there.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll take a cannon.
Wait. So I did ask Grizzly about this, and he said that now that our ship is technically Alphonse, I could cast maybe spells, right? On Alphonse. How far are we out right now from this opposing ship, would you say?
You're about, let's say, 300 feet still.
300 feet?
You'll get to do one thing in preparation if you're sailing towards it.
All right, here's what I want to do.
Before you do that,
yeah, okay.
just so you know, you're informed. As soon as the cannonball flies through one of the sails, and you're all stunned for a moment, you start scrambling,
Yes.
Chip's about to board, or not board, but man the fucking ballista. Dre actually walks past you, Jay, and just asks you to hand over the spyglass to him.
Oh, yeah,
and put
sure.
it in front of his eye. My good eye.
Oh, my bad.
Well, damn. Look through it, goddammit.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
What do I see?
You look through it, and you're aimed at the smaller ship, and you see Kira
Fuck.
ordering commands to a crew around the ship. And then you move over to the big ship, and that orange glow is the dominating gaze of your father.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's right.
Looking directly into the eyeglass.
Hey, guys, so maybe we should, like, turn.
Wait, what? Let me see. I grab the, I look through the other side of the eyeglass.
That's not how that works. Just flip it around. Put it in front of your
I
eye.
love you, Gillion Tidestrider.
Okay, all right. Here's the plan. I need everyone, this is gonna sound crazy, but I need everyone to point all the weapons to the side, to the left side of the ship. I know there's nothing over there right now, but everyone point the weapons over there and get ready to fire on 3, okay?
Or we could just, like, not, you know, sometimes it's better to run away from fights.
We put this island under our protection. What do you think they're gonna do if they find that out?
They're not.
It's got a big Riptide flag
these guys
flying
aren't
right
here.
at the top.
Jay, he has a fantastic point.
Okay.
Wait, who did you see?
Oh, my father and Kira and yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we can't kill him, right?
I'd like to actually look through the eyeglass again quickly. There's still a sword in my father's chest.
What an insane fucking question, dude. What a crazy fucking
I
question.
just figured like this
Wait,
is
is there?
important to establish.
Wait, is it? Is it? No, there's no, but is there?
There's no way.
That would be the most alpha fucking shit of all time.
Gillion's
No
old
fucking
sword,
way.
the wound has healed around it and just fucking implemented. Like the hilt just sort of sticks out a little bit.
What the fuck, dude? How is that even possible? How did he heal around it? Okay, everyone point cannon starboard. I think that's left.
What are you gonna do?
Well, do you want me to tell you or do you want me to do it?
Well, what if what you're gonna do just makes this worse?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
God damn it! All right. I point the
Hey,
ballista.
Okay, the 2 cannons and ballista. Griffin moves the other one.
I move my cannon to port side.
All right, sail right at them.
What?
Directly at them.
He just got this ship, and Alphonse is the ship now.
You know it's gonna break.
I'd like to ready a spell as soon as I see their cannons fire.
I'm gonna hide. Jay, if you can
Yeah?
think of a way to talk him out of this or talk him down or something or get him to not fucking shit, I'm gonna hide.
Okay.
Okay, everyone hold. Everyone
Gillion, I
hold.
really hope you know what you're doing.
Everyone keep holding. I think I do.
You get 200 feet in range. 100 feet in range.
Whenever they fire.
They don't fire.
This is
Before you
awkward.
pop it.
This is really awkward.
What's that weapon called that you guys put in the chat?
Watcha.
No,
Dude, no, don't let them watch us right now. I'm gonna be so pissed off.
He's got my fucking sword in him and he's gonna watch us. Oh fuck, dude.
Identical to a Huacha.
Oh.
The fiery glow at the center that surrounds Jay's father shoots up into the sky.
I feel sick.
I'm gonna yarf.
It's been an honor.
And right at the tip of your ship, it almost shoots the back of your ship up out of the water as it splashes and crashes down. And you see in the front, not a Huacha, not fiery arrows, but Jay's father.
Wait, he just landed on our fucking boat?
Yep.
Oh shit! Wait, can I do what I said I was gonna do as a reaction right before he hits it? Maybe.
Yeah, he'll still be in the sky. What are you doing?
That's cool. Right as he's in the sky.
You see him coming?
Yep, I see him coming. That works too. And I put a hand on the ship. And I cast Vortex Warp, and I warp us to the other side of their boat so our cannons are facing their boat. And I say, fire!
Hey, if you vortex warp the boat and yourself, does that mean that we go with you or not?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because previously when we were fighting the Electrodon, I asked Grizzly if warping the Electrodon would cause you guys to fall out, and he said because you were in it. The answer was no, which means if I warp this boat, we're all coming with it, baby.
Question. Is in it the same as on it?
I don't know. If the answer is no, we're all gonna die.
I'll say you're able to do this. I think for the future, I might half the range of how far you can teleport the ship big just because of its size.
That makes sense.
You do that, and you say fire at the beginning of the round before all your turns. You'll be able to fire these weapons. However, you can see he's going down, and then he disappears and still reappears right above your ship and goes boom.
What? That's cheating. That's cheating.
I fire the ballista.
You all fire.
We're right at the side of the ship. Yeah.
You hear him yell out, "You're under arrest!"
Hey, Dad.
And everybody roll initiative.
No, this is oddly fucking suitable. I got a natural 1.
I'm sorry, Jay.
I got a 24.
All right, I got a 13.
Round 1. It's the very start of the round. You guys unleashed your cannon and ballista fire. It's Chip. It's a +6 to hit. And Jay and Griffin, I guess you can roll it if you want. For me, Charlie, if you want to be included.
Oh, yay!
21 to hit.
My Griffin?
Yes.
Fuck. Ship of power, gotta be. I rolled a 3.
Okay, so you're
Grizzly, come on, pull it together.
next time when you guys fire, if you guys fire one of these things, you'll have to choose what you're trying to hit. Normally you do it before you hit because you're not supposed to know the AC, but
That's all good.
Griffin goes, fuck.
I would shoot out one of the weapons. Probably.
Yeah, I'm
Who's what
gonna
they're DMing
shoot
for.
at their ballista.
I would shoot it at Mangonel.
Yeah, that Mangonel is a cannon, and you guys are actually targeting the warship.
Maybe I'll target the mangonel as well, the same one that Jay is targeting.
That'll be
So
a
we can-
cannon. Roll your damage.
28.
Okay, didn't do too bad. That's 30.
Excellent. All right, I'll mark that down. Just as you all fire, your ship gets knocked nearly off balance. It feels like it's shook with Jay Ferin, the vice admiral, one of the vice admiral of Raft, landing on the tip of your ship and slowly walking down as he just said, "You're all under arrest."
So, how far away is the other ship?
It's on the other side of the warship, so we'll say it is.
How far away is the warship? Sorry, are we right next to it?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you guys are right next to it because you just 10 to 20 feet of distance in between.
I would like to bonus action dash, run past Jay and Gillion and say, "You guys got this, right?" And
Ship, what?
and I want to try and make my way over to the warship.
Okay, you notice that on that ship is a entire infantry of soldiers
Okay.
and crew alike.
Okay.
You are diving headfirst into a group of soldiers.
Sounds good. I want to try and keep myself higher up, use my movement, what I can of it, to get up onto the ropes and up in the sails. And I would like to see if there's anybody. Can I get up there with 60 feet of movement, by the way? Like over to the ship and up?
Yes, so you get, you'll get where you want to go.
I just kind of like cut a rope and go flying up on our ship and then go running along a pole and then go diving along and grab one of their ropes and swing along it, just like barely skating across the ground between a whole bunch of these infantrymen. And I get all the way back up. I take the momentum back up to one of their support beams, and I'd like to see who is manning one of the cannons, preferably not the one we just blasted at. Anyone that might be pointing at our ship.
The ship only has one unique looking cannon that you guys all shot at.
Okay. Would that be on the top deck or would that be below?
That is the lower deck. I guess you wouldn't see a cannon at all from where you are.
Would I see any kind of weapons? I'm just looking for anybody manning a weapon. Maybe they're ballistas.
there are 2 ballistas on this if you're looking
Okay.
for people manning a weapon.
So I would first like to
Yes.
shoot a firebolt at the person manning it.
Okay, roll to hit.
That would be a 15.
That hits.
Oh, for real? Shit, all right. So I get up there and I shoot this fire. Fuck, I just rolled a 1. All right. That would be 16 fire damage on that person. And I want
Nice,
to, as much as I can, try and garner the attention of everybody on this ship.
Oh, you got it.
I'm just making sure that eyes are on me, that nobody's blasting at the ship, at our ship.
Yeah, you shoot out a firebolt. It slams impacts into the dude manning one of the ballistas. His gear sort of catches on fire, sort of burns away a little bit of the uniform, and he goes, God, starts patting it away, and then he swings the ballista over to you and points it up, getting the attention of the rest of the soldiers on the ship.
Don't get shot by a fucking ballista.
If that's your turn, next up is going to be.
No.
About twice the size of a normal cannon from the lower deck sticks out from the bottom lower deck of the warship, pointing directly at your ship.
Maybe I shouldn't have put us right next to this.
It goes with this extremely loud.
Captain, danger.
Alphonse, flex your core.
Almost like electric sounding explosion. So I'm gonna roll the hit real quick. Natural 19 definitely hits. Is aiming for the hull of your ship.
What's the AC of our hull?
The AC of your hull is 18. Wait, sorry. Yours is 15.
Shit.
It almost seems to shoot out this electrified cannonball,
Oh god.
which in turn Who's on the main deck right now, and where are you?
Pretty central, I guess, closer to the wheel, since I was talking to Alphonse. That's where I'd be.
I'd be wherever the cannon is.
I just need you and Jay to roll dexterity saving
Don't
throws.
say, oh, he said Dex! Oh, god damn it, he always says Dex!
If you're wearing metal, Gillion, you have disadvantage.
Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Good thing I've got my armor.
Did you hard mode?
I guess I'm always hard, yeah.
Okay,
I'd like to
I
be
got a
hard.
24.
I got an 8.
All right, so Jay, you'll take half damage, and Gillion, you'll take 4.
Doesn't Jay's dad have a metal sword in him?
He's at the very tip. He's not in range for this.
Of course you're not. You're never in range. Okay, wait. So how much do I take? You said.
You take 30 points of lightning damage.
Oh my god. I am going to cast Absorb Elements, which I have
Awesome.
finally taken after
Cool.
being struck by lightning every other episode for the last 100 episodes, and I cast it, and I only take 15. I'm learning.
Jay, you also take 15. Griffin takes 15 as well. Queen is high up. Queen's not gonna take 15.
Does Queen play us a battle ballad?
Queen, hit a sick riff.
Always the music you the music you hear in the background of the session is just Queen, but it's in la 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 form. Okay.
That goes so hard.
La 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 la.
Okay, Queen.
Oh, do you want me to change my voice into an instrument?
Yeah, can you wait? You could do that?
Yeah, they cast a spell. La 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 la. It's a fucking electric guitar.
Yes!
It's
great.
fucking sick, dude. So your ship also takes 30 points of lightning damage to the hull.
That doesn't seem good. That doesn't
Yeah, it's
seem
like a
good
bad
at
thing
all.
typically.
Captains, we are now down 30 points of damage. I have 30 less hit points in my hull.
Alphonse, diagnostic. What is our maximum hull points?
If I had to give it a number between 1 and 1,000,
Your
we
computer,
are,
it's allowed. Wait, we have 1,000?
No, we have 300 max. We are now down 30.
Nice. Thank you, Alphonse.
270 HP on the hull. May I remind you, captains, if the hull destroyed, we will sink.
Thank you, Alphonse.
Thanks, Alphonse.
We love you, Alphonse.
With that, it's also going to be the swarm of soldiers on the warship.
Right. Fuck, dude. The last time we ever saw Chip, he was doing something really cool, Jay. I think we should remember him that way.
As long as they're not shooting the ship.
The ballista doesn't fire off, but they all do have ranged weapons, the soldiers, so they shoot off. Does 22 hit your AC?
Yeah.
So you take 14 points of piercing damage from all of these guns total.
Okay. Here's a question. So I'm getting a lot of guns shot at me. Obviously, all of them aren't hitting me. I'm up in the sails. Is it doing any damage to the sails at all since they're shooting at their own sails?
If they had missed your AC, yes. But since collectively they all hit, they all pretty much land on target. You just get a bunch of bullet grazes and stuff like that. This round, it's not going to do any damage. I see what you're trying to do here, but the sails are intact. There might be some bullet holes, but it's not enough to like knock the HP of the sails down. Next up is going to be Gillion.
Hey, buddy! You got something that's mine, and it's calling to Papa! And you see, as I say that, I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on him. And he feels the sword reject him mentally, and he needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Actually rolls at 9.
Let's go! Okay, that's not your sword, buddy. He takes 15 psychic damage, and the next save that he has to make, he subtracts 1d4 from it. And then I want to quicken spell and shout up at Chip. Chip! What's your spirit animal?
I like monkeys.
Of course you do! And I'm going to cast at 5th level Spirit Guardians on myself, and then Helping Hands it on Chip as well. You see as around me there's like these spectral multicolored fish and like ocean wildlife that starts to swirl, and around Chip just this brown spectral rabid chimpanzee that just springs forth from behind him, just like this overwhelming presence, and just starts slamming into things.
That's awesome.
Okay, do we need to talk about that? And basically the way this works for you, Chibo, I'm going to designate all my friends are not affected by this. Anyone around you that starts their turn in this 15-foot radius immediately takes a bunch of damage if you're there and gets their speed halved. So basically, the closer you are to more people, the more you can just fuck shit up with this rabid monkey. So you can just run amok over there. And I am just going to run up to Jason and put my hand on his sword and say, "Let's do this."
All right, next up is Jason Ferin.
Wait,
And he looks down at you.
thought I had more time. He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he rolled an 18.
He has to subtract a d4.
Okay, so 16.
Just passes.
Okay.
So he's just going to take 8 radiant damage.
After, he says,
You have been a constant pain in my chest.
It's called a heart attack. You should go to a doctor, Dad.
You could have just taken it out.
You're under arrest for unlawful claim to territory, for the murder of a vice admiral, and you, Jay, for being my greatest disappointment.
and he reaches up to his pin on his coat and clicks it. And this...
Hear that, Jay? You don't need to worry. I'm his greatest disappointment. I turn back to him.
Oh, good.
This field, starting from him, this point, surrounds him in a 10-foot sphere.
What kind of field?
All magic gets suppressed.
Is there a roll? He just does it?
Anti-magic field.
An anti-magic field.
My trout! My fucking trout!
So all spells, all magic items are suppressed inside of the sphere.
Jay, I'm gonna die. I died. Jay, today's the day for old Gillion. This is it. All right. You know what? You want this? You can have this sword too, please. I'll put it right there. Oh, fuck. That's so bad.
He looks at you, Gillion. He says, that is his turn, and all he says is,
Oh, thank God.
I can tell you have gained more power, but it will not be enough.
That's so bad. That's so bad.
It's bad. It's bad. It's really bad.
it's not a visible field, but you can tell that Gillion's,
My fish, you see as my fish get X's over their eyes and float to like the surface of the radius? No!
Would I even know that this field is there, that it exists?
Would it create a hole in the Spirit Guardians? Is kind of what I want to know.
a hole?
Yeah, cause it's like this big ball around me. Does it create a whoop? You know what I mean? Where they just can't affect him?
Yeah, any creature or object summoned by magic temporarily winks out of existence in the sphere. So, throomp.
Yeah, so I guess Jay is gonna try to open a dialogue here, I suppose.
Jay, you gotta talk to him. You gotta talk about it.
That's what Dre said.
You still have Dre on the ship?
He says,
Uh-oh.
Dad, you shouldn't be here.
Why?
Of course you wouldn't know. Always blind to everything around you, especially your family.
My family would never forsake their duty on some immature whim of emotion. I see no...
Yeah, and what about Mom? You ever once think to look over her? Checking on her, maybe?
My wife can take care of herself. How dare you use her to provoke me? Is this how far you have fallen?
At this point, also, I'm going to pull out the handheld mirror of life trapping as well and point it towards my father. And, if something happens, it happens,
something happens, it happens.
When was the last time you saw her? I saw her a week ago. She's very sick, Dad.
Just roll persuasion.
Yeah, okay, so it's 12.
I'll say for this turn, that's the only roll
Yeah.
conversationally that you can make, the only persuasion.
Uh-huh.
And for this moment,
He says, "Really, Jay? A magical mirror. These pirates have clearly weakened your honor and your wit."
I don't know, why didn't you just, like, look at it or something?
Take a good look at yourself. Look at what you've become.
Look inside. You're not the man you once were.
I did not think it possible, but my disappointment grows larger.
Listen, Dad, I mean, this is like, I can also just shoot you, I guess.
You clearly forget your training. You will learn to take your enemies serious. He begins to, like, flare in power.
Jay, it's hot.
His skin, as you've seen before, turns that metallic gold. Try to trick me all you want, but it will not be me who dies a fool.
I dropped the mirror. It's just gonna be on the ground.
And do not dare use my wife to bargain.
It's just like you, Dad. Just like you to think I'd use Mom as a bargaining chip and not tell you out of pure concern for her. I would have stayed and helped, but you know, you have so much Navy on the island now, I couldn't even do that for Mom. So you know what, you continue to do your thing. Be a bad husband, be a bad father, I don't care. Right now, I'm gonna get you off my ship. Am I allowed to take an attack action?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, I'm gonna shoot him. Wow, 2. Really, really cool.
Wow. Okay. Yeah,
let's try that second one. 19.
He, in the same moment you shoot, summons a spear, and it deflects the bullet.
Damn.
The 19 doesn't hit.
Oh fuck, bro.
Was that him casting shield, or was that just normal not hit?
You can treat it as a parry on reaction.
Oh yeah, actually, I guess anti-magic field also means he can't use magic.
I don't even know that he does, now that I'm thinking about it.
I'm not sure. Oh well. Jay looks serious. That's my turn.
So, in naval combat, your ship gets a turn, which means that I believe one person can call out an action, whoever is in charge of the ship, for one of your cannons, the ballista, etc.
Captains, what would you have me do?
Do you want to do that, Jay, or should I?
Yeah.
We're the only two on the ship right now.
If you fire at will, basically, someone on the crew is going to shoot your cannons.
Basically, I'm just gonna say, yeah, fire. And I'd like them to target the ballista that turned around to shoot at Chip.
I doubt the ballista's gonna get fucked up immediately.
It won't.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Slide down the mast of this ship and kind of stand in front of it. And the only action I would like to take is the dodge action.
Oh, dude, you're fucking hype.
And I want to stand up and say, all right, take your best shot at the Riptide Pirates.
Where are you standing?
Right in front of the fucking mast. I want them to shoot the sails, essentially.
Okay.
Standing right opposite this ballista.
I don't think they would intentionally damage their ship.
You've got a win-win, because either they shoot it or they run into your frothing monkey.
I'm getting them to shoot at me. I took the dodge action so I can move when they shoot.
So one of the ballistas, not the one that was aiming at you, that one does take damage, but the other one, it basically gets split in between them with the 3 weapons that you guys have on your ship. You go to every soldier on the ship to attack you standing in front of the main mast. Okay, that's your turn.
Yes.
That's the dodge action. Next up is going to be both the ship that Kira is on, the warship, and the swarm on side. It's basically the initiative 20 of the round. Round 2 here. And
He's counting. Why is he counting?
I don't know why he's counting. Dude, this is...
There's
I don't know
something
how
that's
the
gonna
fuck
happen
we're gonna...
at a point.
dodge action means everything gets disadvantage on you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
So the swarm and the ballistas will fire at you. So the one that you're right in front of, I rolled for it, chooses not to fire at you, but to try and arm themselves with a weapon and leave the ballista to attack you as a soldier.
Fuck!
But the one that is behind you, I rolled for it as well. He's stupid. He doesn't care if he hits the mast if it misses. He's going to fire. And everyone else is going to fire at you as well.
Okay. Are there any within 15 feet of him?
Are there soldiers within 15 feet of Chip? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I can roll a wisdom save.
And that whoever got off the ballista and ran at him is going to have to do this too.
So that is 14. 14 doesn't save, I'm guessing?
No, it doesn't. Okay.
Okay, so are you rolling damage?
Chip, do you want to roll me 5d8?
Yeah.
Just roll it all at once and just say everyone takes that, basically. So every soldier's going to take this.
Oh my god. All right, every soldier takes... that's not that much. It's 23.
23 monkey damage.
23 monkey damage on all of them as he goes buck wild, start grabbing shit.
They all fire at you and they all take this damage from the spectral monkeys.
You just got to wreak havoc over there, bro.
Come on, baby.
You're doing
Disadvantage.
awesome. You're doing awesome.
Disadvantage.
14, does that hit?
No!
Now let me roll for the ballista.
Oh shit, if that ballista hits you, that is going to be so bad.
A 10 to hit. Does a 10 hit?
Nope.
Okay.
The monkey goes fucking buck wild at everybody around me, and I go and I dodge out of the way just at the perfect moment.
There are bullets flying everywhere. A ballista fires straight through the mast. And I don't think they're attached to ropes or anything. It's not a harpoon, so they just fire straight through. You barely duck out of the way or dodge out of the way from that one as it almost pierces right next to your side, and then bullets start coming. You're ducking, you're sliding under people's feet, and people are getting caught in the crossfire of their own bullets, and it's going crazy. There's gunshots everywhere. And at that moment, at the end here, you hear, "Enough! You're all so fucking stupid! You're falling into his trap!" And Kira is going to start commanding these soldiers as well as her own, as they have connected their ships, and those soldiers are starting to transfer from her ship onto the main warship where you are.
Hey, we were doing just fine without you.
Nice to see you again.
Not very
By the
nice
way,
to see you.
You know, you should just give up and come, I don't know, face the law.
Oh yeah, come be a puppet for the Navy, just like you?
You could be found innocent, you know.
Not for what I'm about to do.
What? Holy shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, Jesus Christ isn't real, so,
Mother Moon.
Mother Moon. Oh, fuck
What'd
me.
you just say about my mom?
Fuck me dead.
DM, I have a question.
Actually, I have something you need to do at the start of your turn.
Oh, DM, no!
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
What? No,
As you start your turn within Jason's presence.
24?
24. Damn. Yeah, you're good. You actually feel the fear you felt the first time, and I believe you failed that roll back in the block. And this time,
that tracks.
you're not so scared anymore.
I'm not scared of
whatever
you.
reason.
You left my sword in. You left it in there. And I still got a job to finish. But first, I'm gonna take the disengage action, and step about 15 feet back, and say, well, the crazy thing about an anti-magic field is that I feel like it won't teleport. And I'm gonna put my hand on the boat, and I'm going to quicken spell Vortex Warp us again, and hope that because magic isn't affecting him, that he doesn't come with us.
I hope a chunk gets ripped out of the boat because of this.
Why would you say that? I was thinking
Stop!
you too,
You
but why would you
always
say
make
that?
everything I say go wrong.
I'm sorry.
You did this the first time too. You sicko.
I know.
You fucking sicko.
I
What do
know
you
what I
gain from
am.
this? I gave you a monkey. Dude.
I appreciate that monkey.
I gave you a monkey. I want to warp us over back to the, I guess if I can warp us to fucking ram the sailing ship, that would be pretty hype. But I am going to warp us, and I'm going to warp us so that he falls into the sea, hopefully.
Teleportation inside the spell, anything inside of the sphere, doesn't work. So,
Okay,
the parts of the ship that are in the sphere.
He's like towards the front of the ship, though, right?
We didn't need that part, right, guys?
I don't know that you can use it as a mechanical ram, like mechanically ram the other ship, but you can teleport in between the two ships and push them, separate them if you wish.
Yeah, no. What I was thinking was, you know how like if we're sailing this way to warp us over here, but we're still moving straight forward. Does that make sense? So like basically we warp, and since we're still moving straight forward, we're on chart to hit the sailing ship was my goal. But if we don't have a front of the ship, I maybe don't do that.
Okay, you will not have a front of the ship. But
I'll just put us on the other side, as far away from this clown as we can.
Okay.
Basically.
All right. So
Yeah.
how far does it? 90 half, right? 90 feet half. You would be able to get like where the other ship is, just not on the other side of it.
I want to. Can I be sideways? If it's here, can we be this way, sailing away from Jason, but around the other side of it?
Sure, we'll say
Okay,
that.
sweet, cool. And then I say, hey Jay, you've got this, right? And as we're sailing away from her dad, I will jump onto the back of this warship as well, and just start. I'll just run somewhere that Chip's monkey is currently not covering to try and cover it with my fish. And just go, hey Chip, looks like this is going well.
As well as it can.
Chip's like right in the middle right now, and so just
Yeah,
like, you know.
sweet. Well, let's touch radiuses. Yeah. Hey everyone, don't listen to him. Shoot me instead.
At the end of your turn, after you warp out the Albatros, Jason uses a legendary action,
Bro,
and you watch as
you want to stay in the ocean. You want to stay. You like it there.
spearhead of your ship falls into the ocean with him still on it. And you can see that he's almost standing on it like
just fix it.
like a
He just doesn't
surfboard.
care. He just doesn't care.
Still very stoic.
It's defying gravity, just standing on it like this.
From his back, two of these golden, almost like dragon-like wings sprawl out.
Motherfucker, that was like my new thing. Dad, I'm not copying you. You're copying me.
That's 2 legendary actions for the round,
It's okay, Jay. Maybe he can't get to us.
and then he takes his turn.
I will teach you how powerless all of you are.
He's gonna land on the warship, and people start to clear out. And with his spear, you guys are touching bubbles, right? So you're within 15 feet of each other?
We're touching tips. No, we'd be 30 feet. So it would be him 15 feet me. We don't Venn diagram. This is actually a really funny meme because it's like some sort of weird meme Venn diagram where it's Gillion, Chip, and then Jason in the middle. This doesn't make sense.
Walking from the front of his warship down to the back to you, Gillion. He will swipe at Chip. 27 to hit.
I did take the dodge action. Does that mean any attack against me?
It totally does, bro. Yeah.
So he has to roll a disadvantage.
I rolled the exact same thing.
It's okay.
I swear to God.
Okay, what's the damage?
Your swords aren't on, correct?
No.
You don't have them out?
No.
Okay. 19 points of slashing damage, 6 points of fire damage. And as he swipes at you almost like a fly to try and just knock you off your balance, as a passing attack, you do get an opportunity attack if you want to use your reaction to do so.
Okay, well, I am not going to use my reaction to attack. I'm just going to use my reaction to uncanny dodge. And half that damage. So that'll make it 12. I just kind of like dodge out of the way and his sword comes by and like clips my face or whatever he has, whatever he's stabbing me with.
Gillian.
It's okay. I'll cast shield.
Well, the first one doesn't even hit anyways because it was an unnatural 20.
Ha ha.
Stabs it right next to your face, splintering the wood.
Ooh, looks like you're about as good a shot as you are a parent.
Your quips only seal your fate.
Damn, were you already burning? It's okay, Chip. I'll dodge it.
27 to hit.
I don't dodge it. Yeah. There's no world where it doesn't. I try to cast shield and instead it makes a fart noise. The spin glows and I go, okay.
20 points of piercing damage.
I don't suppose we still have that temp HP from that speech you gave a million years ago.
It doesn't say it lasts any specific amount of time. It just says 15 temp HP once per short rest.
Oh, cool. It just doesn't stack is the temp HP thing. Well, too bad for you. I just remembered a speech that Chip gave 4 days ago. And it's really inspiring me right now. Does he have like a sword or what is he using, by the way, to attack? Can I ask? A spear?
It's a long golden spear.
Okay. I try to catch it between my pecs so we're matching.
Almost, it also has like a flag at the end of it. It's very ornate. Think God of War.
Oh, that's cool. He's got the drop near. I can't even hate on that. It's really cool.
And he says to you,
Your fighting is meaningless, as your gods have fallen.
What?
And then
Wait,
next
no,
up
move
is
on. Wait, no. What?
next up is Jay. Jay. So you're on your ship, and across from your ship right now, you see that there's tons of soldiers swarming, and they're all around ship, and they're all around Gillion. And Jason just cut a path through them. He attacked Chip, knocked him to the side, and then pierced the chest of Gillion with Gillion's maniacal expression, and then it just sort of faded into stun as Jason said something that you can't really see.
Yeah. Griffin?
Yeah.
Alphonse, keep the ship nearby. Take some pot shots. We'll hopefully be back soon. And I'm gonna use my fly, I think. I'm gonna use my legendary action actually as well, because that's a family inherited thing.
I'm gonna beat you up, dude.
Oh, that's cool. It's genetic. Oh, it's genetic?
Yeah, it's genetic,
No,
yeah.
it's okay. My dad has that too. It just must be recessive. I didn't get one of those. It's fine.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make my wings come out and move just above the ship, the warship.
Once your wings come out, Griffin goes,
You're not going to be able to take both of them on at once. Queen, take some pot shots. I'll be back.
and then he actually jumps over to the ship as you go to help against Kira because she's coming.
Yeah, we've got so much to worry about, dude.
So they're going to fire. Is there anywhere that you guys want to target specifically on the warship, or I guess the sailboat ship, depending on where you are? Since you could technically hit either.
I have a question. Can we target Jay's dad?
Yeah. But
I mean, guys,
it could possibly hit you.
Don't worry, Chip. I'll dodge it.
I give a 10-minute speech.
Jay's in control of we gave her control of it, so she gets to pick. But it's up to you. But I think that, like, the ship is only as strong as the dad on it, is the saying, I believe that they.
Let's pump some cannonballs into my father.
Fuck yeah!
If they miss, I will roll to hit Gillion, just so you know.
You absolute fucking guy. He has his hand on the spear and I have the hand on the sword. And I'll say, first to move loses. The fucking cannon's just pointed at us.
Queen goes, fire through the fire and the flames.
Come on, dice. Come on, dice, Jesus. Come on, dice gods.
One of the first cannon barely hits him.
Okay.
And he's not gonna deflect it with a legendary action. He's gonna eat that cannon.
Wow.
You have two cannons, right? And a ballista?
Yes.
Queen, I'll even say Earl's helping. He's like, fuck it, I want to shoot some bitches.
Wait, Earl, I know. Listen, I'm really sorry I froze you that one time. It was a bit.
Yeah, this is Earl's cannon. It's Earl's cannon. Oh my god, it missed so bad. I rolled at a single digit 8 plus 5, not hitting him.
So does that mean you're rolling to hit me?
Yeah, what's your AC?
Let's find out. Did you roll good?
No, I didn't roll good.
Okay.
Ballista time. This is a 9, that misses him. This dice sucks. I rolled a natural 19 to hit you, Gillion. Fuck!
That's awesome, man.
Wait, you have shield, right?
Oh, yeah. I try to cast shield, and it makes an epic fart sound, and I get nailed in the head with a javelin.
Because of the field! Yeah, you get hit by a ballista, I'm sorry.
Cock.
Oh my god.
All right, how much damage does that do instantly to me?
You want to know what you take?
Yeah.
I'm going to screenshot this so you can see.
Okay. Okay.
You're going to take a total
Yeah, I'm really scared.
of 9 damage. Look at this. Look at this. I rolled 3 1s.
Oh my god! Oh, I'm so fucking lucky. I'm so fucking lucky. I get harpooned in the fucking ass. And I look up and see how well Jason takes the cannonball. That's what this is all about. I want to know if he reacts to it. I'm gonna try and not react like it's cool, but I get a harpoon stuck in my ass.
You hear and you feel the impact because as soon as it strikes heavily the middle of his back, the spear gets pushed a little further into you as he's moved a little closer.
Come on, man. This isn't about me.
And you hear, and then he moves his neck to the left, tilts it, and it pops more.
Saves me a trip to the cleric.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, my lungs were really bothering me too. Thanks for puncturing them. Oh.
Yeah, all right. That's how he takes it. He's still looking all right. It does some damage, though. Jake, you're up next. You're floating above the ship, the warship, and you see that Kira at the moment is moving the smaller ship around to the other side of the Albatross as it's moving past the warship. So it's almost cutting it off.
I see.
He looks up. Hi, Jay!
Good to see you again, Kira. Hey.
Do you think you'll surrender this time?
No. I don't think so. I'm sorry I flaked out on our meeting. It's just, I had to bring a boy back to his mother, like good Samaritans do, which we are.
Hey, if we arrest you, I get a promotion.
That's cool. Good for you. Great. 1 second. I'm gonna fire 2 shots at my father.
Oh, that's problematic. None of my business.
25 and 18.
All right.
I hope the promotion goes well, even if you don't capture us.
25 hits, 18 does not.
Okay.
I'm assuming this is why you chose your favorite enemy as a humanoid? So you could shoot your dad?
Kill my father. What does favorite enemy even do? I'm pretty sure you just know more about humans.
Yeah, I think so.
I should probably look at this someday, because I've been meaning to.
You've never read your sheet? We're 100 episodes in!
Episode 100, everyone!
Yeah!
It's normally me, bro. You can't take my brand right now.
I was gonna say, dude, it's not cool that you'd steal this from Bizly like that.
This is literally all I fucking got.
Oh God, Jay, why is your armor off? Jay, you forgot to put it on, Jay.
Anyways, it's 19 damage.
You shoot your dad from above. Do you do anything else? Just seems to take that bullet as a champ. It also would be halved because it's not a magical bullet once it enters his range.
Oh, that's true.
This fucker! Are you telling me this fucker has resistance to non-magical damage and wears a goddamn anti-magic field? You absolute bitch!
This changes some things.
She's a bird. Are you proud of her yet? She has wings and they're cooler than yours and generate more lift.
His eyes give enough of a response.
Okay, so as Jay's dad comes and kind of slashes me with this spear, I want to kind of stumble to the ground and use that to, in this moment, as his magic field leaves anyway, I want to disguise myself as one of these infantrymen. I want to look like one of them, and I want to kind of run through the crowd and blend in as much as I can. I'm looking for a way down onto the lower deck where the cannons are.
I'm just letting you know as a player, people around you are going to start getting mauled by monkeys. Just a heads up. Just so you know that it may look a little suspicious if everyone around you dies.
I mean, people are also constantly looking at you, so it'd be like hiding with disadvantage, even with the disguise, because people watch you kind of do it.
They would be able to see me do it, but if I'm running through a bunch of them, they might lose track of which one is me. I don't think
they won't. Not with a bunch of monkeys around you.
Okay, it's a 15-foot radius, though. I think it's pretty fair to say, unless you could see him
if
and people dying around him,
this guy,
it's kind of just chaos.
Yeah.
If it's just, I think it's just a bunch of people and a bunch of monkeys. That's kind of.
If anything, I imagine the chaos would work to my advantage.
Just roll stealth.
All right, that's going to be a 22.
You're sufficiently hidden, and you're heading to the bottom deck.
Going to the lower deck, and fuck, the monkey's going to make this really hard.
Why are those monkeys following you, sir?
Why is he getting along so well with those monkeys?
I'm going to make it look like I'm fighting the monkey. I'm going to make it look as if I'm fighting. I've got one of my swords out. I don't ignite it, so it doesn't look strange or anything. But as I get down there, I want to run to where specifically the people are manning these cannons, and I want to say, "It's chaos up there! Kira wants everybody on the top deck! I'll take care of this monkey!" Trying to convince everybody to leave.
Roll persuasion.
29.
A lot of people that are manning normal cannons and stuff are down here, as well as just trying to keep the ship from taking too much damage in combat. Most of them believe you and start to head up the small staircase that leads to the main deck, causing even more chaos up there. However, the chamber inside empties out just a bit, and you see in a unique uniform, sort of half robes around the shoulders, manning that large magical cannon, looks to be someone very expertised in the arcane. They see right through your disguise, you can tell.
Look at them, they look at me. It's a very tense moment. All right, you deal with the monkey. I got some shit to do. I dropped the disguise. I want to use my action to try and point any cannons I can towards the stairs coming down here.
It's an action for one cannon. I'm
Okay,
pretty
that's
sure.
fine. That's fine.
So rather than firing the arcane cannon, the sorcerer or wizard, you're not sure, that has been manning it, points their direction towards you. They are in range. They will roll wisdom save. So that is a natural 16.
They just take half damage.
Okay, what kind of damage they take? Just tell me how much it is.
Yep, 15 radiant.
So they hold their hands out at you, and I need you, Chip, to make a Constitution saving throw as a flood of this green acidic poison sprays out onto your side of the lower deck here, away from them. Coats you and the back wall and some of the cannons.
That's 13.
13 just like fails. You take 14 points of poison damage and are poisoned for 1 minute. So that's their turn instead of the arcane cannon. Gets directed towards you. Up above on the main deck, where Jay's father, Kira, and all the soldiers. A few of the soldiers have been... I mean, there's quite a few soldiers that have been taken out by, like, the monkeys, taking themselves out. But collectively, there is still at least one swarm of these soldiers. I'll say on this round, they're preoccupied.
Did any of these guys start within monkey or fish zone?
Some of them are starting within your zone.
Okay.
And Chip is downstairs, so I don't know if it reaches above. They all ran out of it. I'll just roll for it anyways. It was a 6 and a 10. None of them are going to get to like 15 or 16, whatever the save was. So just tell me what everyone... all the soldiers take.
It's actually a sphere. It's a 15-foot sphere.
Nice.
So if there's anyone above or below, yeah.
Pretty much, there's quite a few soldiers in this collective group, this infantry. Just tell me what damage they take, because they all fail.
Okay. All right. If anyone's taking one from mine, it's going to be 25 radiant. If anyone's taking one from Chip, it's going to be also 25 radiant.
Okay, so multiple soldiers getting attacked by the wacky monkeys are dropping left and right like flies. However,
Fuck yes, dude.
Kira mans the smaller sailing warship into position, and on their end, another one of those large arcane cannons fires out
Why has everyone got one of those?
towards the front of the ship. Inside of the cannon's interior, a fiery ball begins to ignite, and it shoots out, discharging a line of fire, like almost like a beam of fire. Is anybody on your ship right now? I don't think so.
No, none of us.
Queen and Earl and Dre. All
Yeah.
of them have to make dexterity saving throws.
And Griffin.
No, Griffin is actually on the ship.
Oh, okay.
He's helping with the soldiers. Honestly, those soldiers are not even a problem anymore because they're getting so fucked up. Like, they won't even act in initiative. They won't shoot at anybody or nothing. I'm just going to say that they fucking dropped. So right now you have Kira and well, Chip knows that there is a magic user on the lower deck.
Yeah.
And by that association, there's another one on the other ship.
So is yeah.
The ship rolls too low to pass that deck save, so it also is going to take full damage. 40 fire damage to the hull.
Jesus.
So it's taken 70
okay.
damage total. Everything that is on the ship does ignite.
Yeah, sounds good.
I really like
Sounds-
this
sounds
ship
good.
that we had for
Cool,
5
cool,
minutes
cool.
and also Alphonse.
Captain's, it's hot. Very hot.
Sorry, Alphonse. Initiate self-cooling. And I look at Jay. I don't suppose, is there that? Do you have it?
He doesn't have that.
Okay. Griffin, hop over to that other ship and take care of that magic fucking cannon.
Yes, Captain.
Yeah, Expander.
But our ship is on fire. By the way.
We can get it fixed again. I think we got more pressing things.
Yeah, but if it sinks, how are we gonna get back to zero?
He shouts this as loud as he can.
Wow, your voice really carries. Unless that cannon's taken care of first, I think it's gonna be more on fire.
All right, but I'm gonna have to deal with that chick with the horn. So wish me luck.
Good luck out there.
He looks like he's like extremely happy about this order.
Okay, all right. Good for you, Griffin.
All right, he makes his way over as best he can.
And then I turn back to Jason and I say, what do you mean, my gods? I hope you're not implying that you killed them, little tiny hot man. Not that you could.
There's no reaction to little tiny as he is extremely large.
I know, I'm
bigger
like
than
5
you.
feet tall. Like looking up at him like that. Little small, little boy.
You're just a fish in an ocean better meant for a pond. And yet somehow you have corrupted my daughter. You'd really be better off going back from whence you came.
I'm busy right now. And, I'm going to look at him and I'm going to say, well, if my gods are dead, then how am I about to do this? And you see as Gillion just starts, he just gets into a full-on Dragon Ball Z power-up pose. And you see as this blue-green aura appears around him. And I'm going to do something I've never done before and use his second channel divinity, which isn't a spell.
Yeah, I know. Magical effects, except those created by an artifact or a deity, are suppressed. So this is a deity thing.
Oh, this is a deity! Okay, fucking sick. So you see, as Gillion goes from 5 feet to 5'1", to 5'2",
Stop.
to 5'9", and he doesn't stop, and he grows 10 feet tall. And you see as this this red lightning starts to manifest around him, and these storm clouds almost wreath him in this cloak, and he takes on sort of an aspect of Pelagus, that Leviathan we met earlier. Well, if you want to meet a god so bad, why don't you taste this? And I am going to, so for the next minute, I become large along with anything I'm wearing. In addition, I have advantage on strength checks and deal double damage to objects and structures, which is what we're on. So the first thing I'm going to do with my advantage on strength check is I want to just reach at him with the force of 1,000 suns and just try to rip the pin off, or all of his clothes, whatever comes off. I'm just going to grab it and try and just rip it off.
Let me get this straight.
I turn into a thunder god and I'm going to try and disrobe him violently.
Is this technically a grapple for your action?
It would be contested. My athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics, whichever he chooses.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Fuck, I got a 5 and an 11. I'm gonna use magical guidance and reroll. I got a fucking...
You must beat a 23.
I don't. I super don't. I'm
That's
gonna go
alright.
for it. I'm gonna go for it again with my second attack then. I'm gonna go for it again.
Okay, I'll roll again.
Blow on it. Blow. It's virtual. Everyone blow. Yes! I rolled a natural 1 and a 19. I got a 27.
Holy shit.
For that second one, I assume I had to re-roll.
Yeah.
All you had to beat was a 12.
Yes! Yes! Yeah, baby!
Officially now, getting rid of this dice, you can rip both the coat, the vest, and the pin off of it.
Can I
all
rip
at
the
once?
sword out? Can I rip the sword?
You cannot do both.
Fuck!
You have to choose between the pin or the sword with that strength check.
I gotta take the pen. Yeah.
You rip the
I gotta
pin
take
off
the pin.
and the shirt, and you can see under him is this, it's golden, shimmering skin with different designs and patterns into it, almost like swirling suns. And the wings behind him are massive and dragon-like.
Nice. Pecs.
And he doesn't move whenever you rip it off, and you see the sword.
Of course he doesn't.
Almost like melted gold around it. It's just completely infused into him.
The sword's coming next. And I want to just take this pin. And if I still have an object interaction, I want to full on baseball toss it as far as I can over the horizon. I hope that does not land on a magical beast, killing them instantly.
Okay, here's what happens. When you remove the anti-magic field, the spear envelops in flame.
Dude!
As well as the aura around him. And he seems himself to grow 2, 5, 10 feet larger and take almost this gargantuan appearance in the size of just his muscular...
I put the pin back. I try and put it back on. I try and dress it back up, put the pin back on.
And he's gonna take a legendary action.
What the fuck,
Says, your funeral. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, it's always dex with this fucking guy. Natural 20.
Really?
Oh
my God, wait,
God.
what is it? What is it total?
22.
22 is literally what you need to beat the DC 21.
Holy shit!
Jesus Christ. You
Oh
take
my
half
God.
damage. Let me roll it.
Okay.
Fucking
What is it?
hype, dude.
Oh my
As
God.
he does what he did back at the block where he swipes the spear and almost like a wall of fire just erupts
shit. Yeah.
and shoots towards you, and just you too, as you're almost cornered at the back of the ship
Yeah.
here. Let me fucking roll that.
Holy
Because that's
fuck.
insane.
Yes!
You
Oh,
would have
shit.
taken 53 points of fire damage, but instead, you take half of that. We'll round up 27 points of fire damage.
I absorb elements, so I'm gonna take 13. You call that hot mode?
That all happens on his legendary action after your turn, and
just
at
gods.
the same time, at the exact same time,
What?
when you throw the anti-magic field pin, the Ferin pin, off the side of the ship somewhere, it lands on something. And like removing a cloak of invisibility,
Oh, fuck.
the spearhead of another ship is revealed.
Fuck you, man! Fuck you and your stupid fucking pin!
And you hear, "Not the entrance I was planning!" And you see Marshal John standing on the tip as the rest of this cloaking effect on the ship dissipates. And heading into the fray are the Riptide Pirates
Oh, yeah, baby!
on their ship.
God bless.
Oh,
Need a
if
hand?
you killed my gods, then how is Marshal John right there? John! Predator handshake as hard as I can when he gets over here, bro.
I don't know if it's Jason's turn. Yeah, it is his turn because it's after your turn. He just
Well,
took the
then I'm
legendary
gonna
action.
need him to get real wise.
Yeah.
I'm
Holy
gonna
fuck.
need him to get real wise.
He's just about as big as you are. He looks around. He
This is
sees
fucking
the other
awesome.
pirate ship entering the encounter, and he gets his face for the first time goes from stoic to fucking pissed.
Fuck yeah.
I thought I sink you.
Just have to make that little cute save.
With did you roll concentration on it for the damage you took?
I didn't. Natural 20. I'm crazy right now. I'm nuts. I'm bonkers.
He lifts the spear up and it extends. And he's gonna slam it almost like a fucking very, very long pole. There's no other way to describe it. It extends up as he raises it, and he slams it down with both hands across the back of his own ship and onto the incoming ship that the Grand Pirates have. Yeah, it's fucking extendo mode. So let me just roll that real quick. He rolled a natural 14 on that wisdom save.
Is that pretty good? for
Plus 2. Actually he's fucking plus 8. I don't know why he's got.
him? Yeah, he's fine. He's just gonna take.
He'll take half damage. I'll mark that
He's
down.
gonna take 15 radiant damage. Nice pecs and nicer staff.
That is a 22 to hit.
I'm gonna cast shield.
I think you already used a reaction on absorb elements.
Oh fuck! You're totally fucking right. I totally did. Okay. Yep. That hits me.
John tries to catch it. No worry, I got this.
Yes, John. You can do it.
So you and the ship both take 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh God. Okay.
So it is Jay's turn. Your father grew. He looks a little bit more monstrous, although still humanoid. You've never seen this form of his before, and you can feel the anger and the power despite being so high up in the air from him. And it's directed towards everyone around him right now. With the arrival of Lizzie, Caspian, Marshal John on their ship, the Crescent Moon, and that's what we have right now. So far, you only see John.
So he looks like fucking furious, right?
You can feel that anger, and it's worse anger than you've ever experienced in your life. This anger is hotter than the sun, and you feel it radiating off. Everyone feels this radiating off of him. Fuck yeah, dude. Ah!
I'm so moist and he's so hot that we both have auras of steam.
The intent has gone from a desire to bring justice to a murderous intent.
Fuck yeah. I'm just happy he's mad.
She sees this kind of fury radiating off of her father, probably a sight she's seen before.
But much worse, amplified by
Much
1,000.
bigger, much worse.
The oven is at 999 degrees.
I think for a moment she probably freezes in fear.
That imagery of the sun that you stood on the cliff in front of flashes over and over again in front of your eyes.
But she kind of closes her eyes and kind of shakes it off, and she's going to fucking dive bomb her father.
Shit, all right.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
What weapon are you using for this?
It'll probably still just be with a revolver, I imagine.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, I'll just like you fucking barrage of bullets as I charge him. I want to get close. I want his attention on me. Basically, is my goal here. 26.
That hits.
12.
Misses. Is there anything you yell out at him as you charge in?
No, I'd probably shoot him, land, and then look at him and be like, "Let's focus on the important things in life, huh, Dad? Like family. I'm right here." As she fires 2 shots, and I think only one of them hits.
There's a first time for everything.
He doesn't respond yet. As this is all happening at once, and he's just slammed his spear on the...
Yeah. And I deal 11 damage with my 1 shot that hits, unless he parries it.
Next up is the Albatross. Faintly, I guess you could all hear through the chaos. Hut, 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 la, 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 hut, 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 la, 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 la. I'm gonna say
Queen,
because...
keep singing through the fire and the flames.
Oh,
Get it, guys? Get it? Because he's sing. Okay, Jason, do you get the joke?
Oh, Captain, I do not know that one. La 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 la. Wait, inspiration has struck. We carry on. La 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 la. We're still on fire though. Hut, 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 hut. They're not gonna be able to do the weapons this time because they're on fire.
Can they put out the fire with their action?
They can. Oh, the whole ship is on fire at the moment. It was a line of fire that the cannon shot. 300 feet of it. It covered the entire ship. It's all on fire. It's going to be a little difficult for them to put it out, but they can try. It's just Earl. I guess Dre's in there. They're dousing it as it just continues to rekindle itself and build.
Okay, so little fucking poison guys in here.
You're a little poisoned.
Yeah, magic user, an arcane beast.
I'm gonna use my action to move the second cannon to point over towards the stairs, and then bonus action hide.
All right, do you want to re-roll that con save against being poisoned?
Oh, 18.
All right, also roll the stealth check for hiding.
22.
Then you hide down here, away from the magic user. Next up would be the warships, the 2 raft ships, we'll say. We'll make this a legendary action as well.
Okay.
So it's fair.
Uh-oh.
Jason yells out,
Kira, deal with the fish for a moment. To a different plane if you must. My attention needs redirection.
and he turns around to face Jay.
No, he's redirecting his attention. It can't be.
And with that, he basically gives a command, and Kira, in the midst of fighting Griffin, okay. And put me at a bit of a disadvantage, but you're the admiral. And Gillion, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh shit, 25.
So you
I may not be able to think real hard with when I try, but when I do really want to, I can feel. That I know deep inside that always I was who I wasn't, but who I was meant to be. And I get a 25 on a charisma save.
This hum of arcane energy begins to form around you, and you just kind of like brush it off, and then it just sort of pops out of existence. She goes, "Yeah, that didn't really work." So
yeah. All right. Good shout, everyone. Good try.
And then she gets punched in the face by Griffin. Goes,
Eyes on me.
After that, the sorcerer fighting Chip, they form an icicle. This is basically like a frost icicle watcha, and it's just going to affect an area that they think that you went to hide in. Uh-oh. So you can make the Constitution saving throw with advantage. Since you're hidden, but they don't know where you are. It's an area effect.
Con save is a 23. I got a natural 20.
Very, very good. Half speed, and you don't get affected by the spell. Sorry, not half speed. You don't get affected by the half speed. You get half damage. So you take 10 points of damage. Cold damage.
Half that and make it 5. Uncanny dodge.
Gillion.
I see his attention turn and I see my
His
sword.
back faces you.
I see my sword and his chest turn, and I see a spot in the middle of his back face me. And I look down at my sword, and I look up at the spot, and I look down at the sword, and I look up at the spot, and I say, I've got to do it. And I get in the exact same position that I did before I lost my sword. And I'm going to use prophetic screw up as the lightning around me starts to crackle. And I am going to try and stab him so hard, I guess, that my other sword comes out. But I'm going to take my attack. Below 10 is bad, above 10 is good. I got an 8. I got an 8.
I love pulling up the prophetic screw up.
I got an 8. I got a fucking
Table.
8. I got a
Dude,
fucking
how does this
8,
always
dude.
happen to you?
I got a fucking 8, bro.
You're using Destiny's Blade, yeah?
I'm using Destiny's Blade. Yeah. I'm a joke. I'm a fucking joke, dude.
I'm gonna get a physical dice out.
For the record, if he rolls a 2, it gets stuck in him.
I'm actually
It's
using
been
the
in there
dice you
for-
got me a long time
It's
ago.
been in there for, I think, longer than a year.
Roll your damage.
No,
Roll all of
Oh.
it as if you hit.
that's just going to be 8, just as 8 damage.
You take half that as whenever you hit him with your sword, it's like hitting metal. It ricochets and smacks you back in the face.
Oh, my fucking head!
Holy shit, that's funny.
Fuck, dude, shit! Shit! Hey! Hey! Look at me! Look at me! God, my words and my sword are all bouncing off him. I run around him. And I say, fine. I'll just hit you with something that's already in ya. And I'm gonna try and use, I guess my second. Could I use my second attack and try and grab the sword that's already in him, and like stab through him or something?
Would like reopen old wounds if you even just moved it. So
Yeah, right. Like maybe I can grab that and like shove it further in, or anything I can do with that to hurt him. Or I guess if I can't attack him with that sword, I'll just attack him with Destiny's Blade again. I just thought the flavor was kind of fun.
You know, it's a strength check either way. Pushing it in deeper is going to be a much higher DC than pulling it out.
All right, I do this. I ricochet off. I hit myself in the face. Oh shit. Okay. I run around him, and I'm just gonna grab the sword. And I am going to try and I wonder if I could almost grab it and then like try and arc it so I slash him as I pull it out. Would that be something I could do? I don't know that I want to put it deeper in him. I kind of want it back.
Yeah, you can certainly try.
Okay.
It's a strength check.
What am I rolling? All right, strength. I've got advantage on strength because I'm big. I got a 15.
15 is not going to do it on this turn.
Use a sorcery point. Reroll once. That's a natural 20.
The thing is
What?
he also rolled a natural 20.
To
what?
clench the muscles around the sword in his body.
What?
You're pulling it, and for a moment, without breaking eye contact with Jay, he tenses the pecs as you get it a little bit to the left, right in the middle of him, and he squeezes it and he says, "It is not often I am wounded, so you'll have to kill me to get this back."
Shit.
He just David Hasselhoff bionic pecked his way.
What's living flesh over metal endoskeleton? Fuck this fucking guy. Okay, I guess that's all I can do. I hit myself in the face, and I am trapped, I get sucked into his pecs. That's gonna end my turn. Wait. I still have a bonus action. I'm gonna quicken spell Glacial Blade him. And I'm going to try and, you know what? Fine, keep it. Now I'm going to try and shove it in deeper as it starts to light up with this sort of frosty energy. And I'm just going to go for an attack. That's a 24 to hit.
24 hits, yeah.
Okay, buddy. That's going to be, I'm going to run all this numbers real quick. I'm going to add a D6 of fire. I'm sure he'll really care. And I'm going to absolutely smite him at 4th level. Don't care what anyone says. 44 damage as I dig this sword in deeper, and this kind of frost starts to like spread out from the wound, and I'll just drop to the ground there. And that'll end my turn for sure.
He has wounds that are visible, but next up is his turn.
Ha! You have wounds that are visible!
And he says, "To think
Not only would you resort to using your own family as mental warfare, but you'd ally with your sister's killers. You are truly lawless. I will finish all of you, and you will rot under the guilt of true justice.
And then he turns back around, beats the shit out of Gillion. Let's roll it.
Wait, I thought you changed your attention. Wait, hang on. wait. No.
That's a 29 to hit for the first one.
Yeah, fucking 29 fucking hits in every conceivable world.
How did he just disarm me with one sentence? Fuck you.
Your words won't work on me. Oh no, a spear!
19 points of piercing damage.
Ugh. Fucking hell, dude. Gillion's looking bad. Gillion is looking rough.
And 8 points of fire damage. Chip is in the lower deck.
Hiding in a little silly barrel. I'm just sitting down here. I'm waiting for my moment.
That motherfucker's gotta make a wisdom save. I just realized. For my big fish that I'm gonna roll concentration for now.
Oh wait, has the monkey been fucking up this magic?
You have to be
god?
within 15 feet. You've been hiding.
I think he passes the wisdom save, so tell me what the half
he's gonna
damage
take
is.
half. He's gonna take half. 11 radiant.
Okay.
Just 11 radiant.
Some crimson trickles down his ears. He's been taking a lot of mental damage. This is kind of bad because I don't want to repeat the block and just murder Gillion. But there are no other targets around.
I can. Don't worry, Chip. I'll dodge it.
I'm not
Where's
even
Chip?
like there.
Don't worry, Jay. I'll dodge it.
Okay.
Don't worry, Jay. I can take it.
He definitely is one of those like beings that you want to fight all together.
I can definitely 1v1 this guy, guys. I feel confident about that.
I'm just gonna roll a second attack on you, Gillion. We'll see how it goes.
Practically hardly injured. Pretty much raring to go.
Actually, I think that one misses. 17 to hit.
That's not gonna hit. That's not gonna hit.
So you feel the
I catch-
force of the first blow and then evade the second one.
I catch it with my pecs. I don't dodge it. I catch it with my fucking pecs.
Fucking awesome, but he does have a third.
But I only have 2 pecs. No.
24 to hit. This is less damage though, just so you know.
I'm gonna cast shield.
Does that make it 24?
That makes it 27.
Okay, you cast shield.
Whew. I manifest a third spectral peck and catch it.
Good. Okay, I will not be worried about attacking you anymore.
That's an alarming thing to hear, everyone. Please help.
He uses a legendary action and does one more attack.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, at least you saw 27.
Let's all take it easy here.
Almost rolled a natural 20, dude. I rolled a 19.
That's probably over a 27 to hit, huh?
Very much so.
Okay.
You take 19 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and that's it.
Gillion is looking so bad.
That's his turn in his first legendary action of the round. So next up is Jay. As you watch and you're reliving the moment and the block.
Don't worry, Jay. I've grown a lot and I can definitely take it.
You can feel this time there will be no sparing with that spear.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give you an update of your surroundings. Kira and Griffin are battling it out. So her attention has been held successfully. At this point, you would see a conjured up tsunami wave rising up as Caspian
Oh, fuck yeah.
is currently casting the spell to try and put out the fires of your ship. And he looks over, sees what's going on, actually, but he has to keep his concentration on the spell, trying to keep your crew and your ship from sinking. Lizzie, at the moment, seems to be the one driving her ship, and she yells out to all of you, "Yo, is this guy fucking bothering you?"
Yeah.
And now it's your turn.
Yeah, very much.
I think Jay will probably freeze for a moment and look at her father and just say, "I'll deal with that later. But right now, you're attacking my friends. And I can tell you have no intention to spare them. So I'll give you the same treatment back. So you're gonna attack me? Or I'm gonna take you down." And I'm going to kind of run up to him and like get a point blank shot right in the fucking chest.
Roll it.
21.
21 hits.
And the second one is, damn it, almost natural 20. 16.
16 does not.
16 damage exactly. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna do it before the attacks because it's too late, but she's gonna run up, kind of like slide in, do a backhand like shot in the chest, and then with the other hand, she's gonna flip around and do a punch. She's gonna punch him in the face and apply Hunter's Mark on him.
And you're gonna punch him in the face after shooting him point blank. He catches the wrist and winces from the pain. He grits his teeth in rage.
I don't understand why you want to cause me more pain than I already have.
I look him dead in the eyes. I say, because you're hurting my family.
We were family.
I glare at him and I say, I thought you said next time you saw me I wouldn't be your daughter anymore.
Now that I have seen how much you've changed, I mean it.
Next up is the Albatross. We'll say at this point, the tidal wave crashes onto it, and I believe should douse most of the flames.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Thank God for them, I guess. Thank God for that. We'll see if it knocks over Earl off board. Fucking rolls a natural 1, dude just goes overboard.
Earl, no!
Queen's chilling. Old man, I will save you. Top of the round, Chip.
I'm going to pop up out of this little barrel that I'm hiding in. I'm going to move over to one of the other cannons, and I'm going to aim it at the stairs, and then I'm going to hide again, but only after I run past this guy.
Spirit Guardian's only triggers at the start of his turn, so it won't.
Shit, never mind. I'm not going to run past him. It's not even going to matter. I'm just going to hide again, though. I'm going to get sneaky with it.
Dude, don't even worry. Chip versus the Washa Wizard is the most hype fight I'll just roll with it ever produced.
Are you gonna fire all these cannons at once?
Yeah. I would eventually like to control flame and ignite them all at once. Pointed at the stairs. Third cannon. Locked and loaded.
God, he's making a Washa. Oh my god.
Kind of.
It's a cannon Washa.
Okay, so we're gonna roll contested stealth against the perception to see how well you hide from them a second time. I don't know why they're just standing in one spot and letting you run around and hide.
No. But I got a 24.
You feel like you're hidden once again?
Are you thinking about how to fight me even though I'm hidden?
I just feel like it shouldn't be possible to hide every round from one person in the same room.
That's the power of the fucking rogue, bro.
Look, I don't know what game you're playing, but, you pop out again, and I'll get you.
Oh, that's his voice. That's the voice of the wizard. That's the wizard's voice. I think he's gotta be our new small boy. I think we gotta just fucking take
You realize it's been a halfling the entire time. I don't want to lose my job, pirate.
Does he seem young?
Seems a little nervous.
Nervous?
No, it's hard to tell. Probably not young. He is a soldier. And this is his job. Sounds kind of like that.
We could change him.
No, what the hell?
Climactic episode 100 battle. Freaking come out, please.
Please. Don't do anything nefarious. I'm just a wizard. So on this turn, while fighting with Griffin, let's see. How are they doing? Natural 20. Damn.
Wait for who?
Natural 1.
For who?
Wait for who?
Wait for who?
Well,
Wait. No.
you watch as she kind of headbutts Griffin into the chest with her horn, pierces through, and then uses both her fists as she reels them back and then punches him in the stomach, and he goes flying back into one of the masts of the ship. She goes, fuck! I fire! And she yells it out, and then one of the arcane cannons on their ship fires out towards...
Oh, crap.
Let's see, it's probably gonna hit at least Lizzie's ship. That one's gonna be Simon's. It looks to be like bubbling liquid acid jet. It's gonna be another 300-foot long line. Might even hit part of this one. So, oh my god, that was a natural 1. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw. Except for Chip, because he's
Oh fuck!
in the
Oh
bottom
fuck!
deck.
Oh
Bonus
fuck!
dexterity, huh? 26.
This is definitely going to kill me. 16.
So everybody passes, and you take half damage. The ships, including the warship, all take 22 acid damage as it starts to bubble up onto the wood and decay it in a way. Eat at it. All of you pass, so nobody gets like an additional effect from the acid, but you take half of that, which is 11 points of acid damage.
I have 1 HP.
Oh, shit.
I dodged it.
Gillion, you're next up. Before you take your turn, just make a strength saving throw. As well as, Jay, you're on the ground of the warship?
I'm on the warship. I'm not in the
Okay,
air.
so Chip, Jay, Gillion, and Jason all make a strength saving throw.
21.
12.
Am I strength saving throw because it's shaking? Also, I got an 8.
Chip, you're the only one that fails. Basically, you just get knocked prone. You're just going to have to use half your movement to stand up. As Lizzie, right before you take your turn, Gillion, rams their ship into the warship just behind it. And it knocks everybody almost off balance.
Do the cannons move?
They roll around.
Are they aimed right again? Are they aimed in the wrong place? Cause I spent 3 fucking turns aiming cannons.
That's so fucking funny, dude. That's so fucking funny. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Fuck me.
How is Jay looking health wise?
I'm like fine. I have like a scrape.
In that case, I'm going to quickened spell Armor of Agathis. You see, as I reach out and I grab Jay's other wrist and say, families shouldn't stop each other, they should protect each other. And you see as this ice starts to spread out, coating Jay in however cool ice armor you want, spreads out for Gillion as well. And you now have 25 temporary hit points, Jay. If you take any damage, close range damage, they take 25 cold damage until your temporary HP is gone.
I see.
So I'm going to use Helping Hands with that. So that's my last use. I'm just going to use a fat fucking 29 lay on hands points and touch myself in front of Jay's dad.
What, dude?
And you see, as I create this Armor of Frost, and then sort of the moisture in the air pools into me, and these clouds get thicker and start creating more red lightning. If Jay's still fighting, then I am too. That is my turn, though. And I'm gonna end my turn.
As it is the Vice Admiral's turn.
Make that wisdom save, you little nasty hot boy.
I rolled a natural 20.
Feeling wise? Shit, he's feeling wise. He's gonna take 16 radiant damage.
Wind begins to swirl around him and around Jay and Gillion. It blows back almost all of the fallen soldiers on the ship right now. You both are right next to him, right?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Doesn't really matter. This will even affect Chip.
Oh.
It'll probably affect his whole ship.
Fuck this Watcher Wizard, dude. Fuck the Watcher Wizard.
Yeah, I guess so. Out of pure rage,
Oh my god, what?
almost like his anger conjures a storm of fire. I need you guys to
Holy
make
shit.
dexterity saving throws.
All right, Jay, you get a +4.
26.
I got an 18.
I got a 14.
Don't worry, Jay. I can dodge it.
Hey, Chip, you're going to take full damage. The other two will take half.
So I have evasion, so I really only take half.
I'll even roll for Captain Lizzie. She has jumped onto the ship after
Fucking
ramming
hell. Oh my god.
it. She fails. She gets on, she starts to talk shit, and then
Oh,
it's
shit.
blasted by the storm of fire.
Good shit, Lizzie! You got this! Oh, there she goes.
It's some fucking payback for all the shit! Shit! And she gets blasted. So, Chip,
And
you're
swallowed
gonna
by
take
flame.
51 points of fire damage.
Oh!
And you also notice every cannon in here gets ignited.
Is that the full damage or is that the half?
That's the full damage.
I still have evasion.
What was? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that part.
Jesus Christ.
I just know that you failed.
Dude, I
all.
thought that was halved, and I was like,
Yeah, so did I.
If that was halved, that would have been crazy.
That's like 25.
Actually, it rounds up because we're rounding things up, so it's 26 points of fire damage.
you motherfucker! You broke my armor of Agathis.
Dude, my fucking cannons.
I'm gonna reaction absorb elements, so I still have the ice armor. Jay, you only take 1 damage, but your temp HP is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a puddle now.
If that just ain't the way it is.
This legendary action.
That was his. Wait, that was.
That was his normal action. That was his turn.
Oh.
Okay. Looks like you're all gassed out now. What are you gonna do? You got nothing left in the tank.
He once again tries and swipe you out of the way with his spear, Gillion.
I don't have a reaction anymore.
This one doesn't do fire damage anyways. It also misses, so you're good. Jay, this firestorm is raging on. And his ship has been ignited.
Mm-hmm.
So there's fire everywhere.
Nice try, but Ollie's mom was way more pissed.
I will never forgive these pirates for taking both of my daughters.
Kira yells out, sir, your ship is on fire.
It's okay, I think he knows.
Probably as he's saying this, Jay would like glare towards Lizzie.
Just over his shoulder, you can see that she overheard that on the railing of the gun deck where the helm of the warship is.
Mm-hmm.
No words escape her.
Yeah, she glares towards Lizzie, but I don't think she's gonna act on anything right now. I think the one you should be blaming is yourself. And once again, she's gonna pop off some shots. A natural 1, cool, awesome.
Oh man.
And so wow, fucking garbage rolls. 15 and 9. His skin is like obsidian.
Like Superman, they're flattening onto him.
They just absorb into him. Jay, you're giving him more mass.
No, I shoot into the fucking flame storm and they melt on the way.
That's incredible.
I'm just getting hit with hot metal shrapnel. Oh, stop! No, Jesus.
He's gonna take another legendary action.
Let's not.
His wings begin to flap as he rises into the air. And the very wind that is blowing around this hot storm beats against a lot of you. So, Jay and Gillion, just make a dex save.
That's another natural 20 today, boys. I'm crazy.
What's it total?
22.
22 as well.
I just start doing backflips. Like I get hit by a gust of wind that propels me in just the way that I can't stop doing backflips. Yeah.
You guys are really standing ground. A 22 is literally what you needed to pass.
Fuck this guy, man.
Can't even be mad at that. He is going to leave attack range and fly about 60 feet up. 40 feet up, sorry. So go ahead and take your opportunity attack if you
Yeah,
wish.
please. God, maybe I hit this one. I do. No, 27.
Tell me the damage right
Good
now.
rolls, please. Good
Tell
rolls.
me the damage.
14 plus 9. 23.
So next up,
Captains, I'm feeling fired up.
I mean, the ship's going down, Jay. I don't know about you, but I feel like they should shoot your dad.
Yeah, probably.
How far did he fly up, by the way?
40 feet.
Because his movement is halved in Spirit Guardians. So he would have only gone 20 feet.
So not too high.
But he's out of Spirit Guardians now?
Yeah, he'd be out of Spirit Guardians. Yeah, for sure.
When you took damage from the firestorm, did you roll concentration?
I don't think I did. No. I rolled a natural 1, which is the only thing I could fail with. So Spirit Guardians drops, unfortunately.
You guys all agree that they are going to shoot at the admiral, the vice admiral in the sky?
Mm-hmm.
What,
Or
what else
20
is
feet
there?
above the ship?
There's not really much else. Yeah.
Okay. Next up would be Chip. But just before, in your vicinity, all of the cannons that some of them are still aiming where you wanted them. One of them sort of moved off and rotated because of the shaking when they got rammed. But they're all lit. Even the ones pointed outside of the ship. Some of them are now pointed at you. There's a lot. There's a lot of cannons in here. Except for the arcane one that is manned by a wizard.
I think your dad might have had the right idea, to be honest.
All of the cannons except the arcane cannon are lit.
All right, I'm going to take the dodge action again. I'm going to use half my movement to get up because I'm prone and my plan is literally in flames.
You just made the greatest watch the world's ever seen, man. What do you mean?
Instead of you lighting it, they're all lit. So what are you doing?
I get out from this area. First thing is, do I get fucking shot? No longer hidden. I'm visible.
By the halfling. Yes.
Well, that's why I took the dodge action. So he has disadvantage.
The spell is a save, so I don't know if that applies.
It does not, unfortunately.
It's okay. I can dodge it.
You can. I believe that one.
It's a dex save.
All right. That's a 22.
22 passes, so you take half damage.
No, with evasion, I take none.
I think you're just poggers.
He shoots at me, and I go and I dodge out of the way. And I look at all the cannons. I go, God damn it! I just spent so long putting together these stupid cannons. What the heck? I look at him. I say that.
To the halfling wizard?
Yes. Why are you shooting at me? Can you see him trying to do something? I haven't fucked with you. Okay.
I'm gonna abandon ship now. He jumps over.
Oh my god. Okay, fuck it. Me too. I abandoned ship with him. And I let all the cannonballs explode.
This is the start of something beautiful.
I jump out
What?
and I swim next to him and I go to pick him
Wait,
up and I swim with him over to our ship. I'm like, listen, you can come on our ship. It's all good. I feel like we just went through a lot together just now.
I'm a prisoner of war.
You're not a prisoner. I'm just trying to save you.
Help!
Looks like Chip's taking the first prisoner of war, Jay. Good work, Chip.
I'm not really like a big fan of the whole prisoner of war thing, but
I swim him over to our ship.
What did you want to do with the cannons?
It doesn't matter. It's gone. It's over. I at least just hope the explosion does some fucking damage to the stupid ship and that this guy can be my buddy.
Yes, a lot.
I rescue this little guy.
I hope that this explosion doesn't kill us both and Jay and I in the blast immediately.
Probably will. Need to make a save.
Do we get a turn first, or are we just going?
After Chip's turn are the warships, so they all explode on that.
well, Jay, it's been an honor. And Gillion explodes with a smile.
I'm just gonna roll.
Fuck.
Oh Jesus, fuck, man! What the hell?
wait, is it a dex save?
That's probably for you guys. Yes. Jason's in the air, so.
Oh, convenient takeoff, Jason! You mother! Just blow up.
I'm gonna use a feature on Gillion called Flash of Genius. I'm gonna look him in the eyes and say, "Dodge," and you get +4 to your
Suddenly,
saving throw.
Gillion understands, and wait a second. Don't worry. I can't dodge this.
23.
Now, I don't mean to alarm you,
You're dead.
but I did roll a 5.
No, because you got a +4.
Oh,
from my
shit,
Flash of
you're
Genius.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't get a 5. I actually got a 9.
Okay.
Fuck
You
it.
can
I'm gonna
try.
pop it. I'm just gonna pop it. I've got a 9. +4 is the 13. +1 is a 14.
Dude, I'm sorry.
What was the
but
DC, bro?
I'm
Just tell
looking
me
at
what
it
the
right
DC
now, and it
is.
says that a small grenade is a DC 15. So a bunch of cannons imploding on themselves is probably at least a DC 15.
I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll contribute in some way at some point, I promise.
I believe in you. I mean,
I
you
really
technically
thought that
destroyed the
would-
ship, so.
I really thought that would, like, do something. It did something. Just not at all what I intended.
So, cannons explode. Just before that happens, as Jay's father ascends into the air after doing the firestorm. Chip, all the cannons light. You and this halfling wizard or arcane user of sorts hop out the bottom deck, realizing the catastrophe that is imminent. Lizzie is seeing you glare at her, Jay, as he flies into the air, and you're both in this storm as the ship is engulfed in flames. She yells out, after stunned for a moment, she managed to stammer out on her words. She yells at the vice admiral, "You don't fucking know what you're talking." And then as she gets cut off, and The entire ship from the bottom gets split in half from the explosion itself.
Oh my god.
So Gillion failed. Jay passes. Lizzie passes, gets blown back onto her ship. The ship's probably going to take a little bit of damage, but it's fine. The total damage was 40.
Gillion's still up.
What?
Goddamn.
I thought you were at 1 HP.
I was, and then I healed myself and did Armor of Agathos,
okay.
giving myself 55 HP. I then proceeded to be swatted by her father, exploded in a firestorm of rage, and then blown up by every cannon on the boat, and I currently have 3. I am hanging the fuck in there, dude.
All of you kind of fall into the water and break the surface as the ship is scattered or ship is split in half.
Boo! Chip, you thought maybe you could warn us?
Oh, hey, there's gonna be an explosion.
Thanks. Give a thumbs up. Now I can dodge it.
Once you break the surface, you notice that it seems Kira has won her combat. And
Uh-oh.
she's now wind walking around and gathering soldiers and moving them back and forth from the exploded ship to her ship. And Jason says, "Take them and fall back. I will finish this myself."
So you admit you... Oh, shit.
Where's Griffin right now? Can we see him?
Looks like he's face first on the deck of the raft ship.
Jay, before your dad uses a legendary action and fully impales me,
Yeah.
can you do this?
What do you mean?
I mean, I know you can do this, but... And I sort of reach out a hand to, over her heart. Like, can you do this? It's gotta be you. Because if you don't finish this, he's gonna burn it all.
Shit, Gil. I don't know. I don't know if I can fight my father. I don't know if, when it comes down to it, if I need to take that final shot, if I'm going to be able to.
I hope you don't have to. I hope somewhere between him just skewering me and you guys duking it out, that he'll maybe understand that we didn't take you from him. That this is your path. And if there's anyone that can make him understand, it's not me, it's certainly not Chip. It's you. Whether he likes it or not, you are his daughter. And if what your mom said to me, I don't remember it very well as I was flashing in and out, but maybe there's something in there that'll listen to you. Just let me know where you need me, and I'll be there.
Right now, you're right where you need to be. Thank you.
Aye, aye, Captain.
As you finish talking, you look up. You hear, "Hope you didn't forget about me, VA!" And flying through the sky with these big gauntlets on both of his arms, he tackles midair the vice admiral and attempts to grapple him.
How did he get up there? I want to follow his trajectory. How did he get to do? What did he do?
Actually, you notice that their main mast and crow's nest is wobbling back and forth as if he was preparing to, he brought it back. It's like bendy for some reason. Anyways,
so he Wile E. Coyote cartoon launched him. Perfect.
Oh fuck, dude. Yeah, he did.
That's so fucking funny. Okay, so does he manage to grab Jason?
He managed to grab onto him. Unfortunately, he's not stronger than the vice admiral, but he thinks that he's grappling him. He says, "All right, take your best shot. I've got him cornered."
You've got him, John. And I hold my hand up, and say, "I met your wife. She was really nice."
Little bars.
Boom! And I'm gonna hit him with Mind Sliver, and he has to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, so he does. Does a 14 pass?
It does not.
In that case, he's gonna use a legendary resistance.
Oh shit.
Fucker.
Well, all right. So he passes. I don't think he takes any damage then. Works for me, because I'm going to then use my quicken spell to hold up a hand, and you see as the water around us rises up and starts to encase him and freeze, and I'm going to try and cast Hold Person on him.
Okay, what is that save?
This is a wisdom save.
So I rolled a natural 17, unfortunately, which I believe means he passes.
Yeah, he passes. He's fine. That's really all I can do.
Okay.
That'll end my turn.
The next up is the Vice Admiral. He shrugs off Marshal John, and Marshal John plummets and falls into the ocean next to you guys.
God, no! I thought you had him! Damn! I thought you had him so good, John. Don't worry.
He pops up.
It's not you, it's him.
Gillion.
John! I Predator handshake him. We interlock forearms.
The forearms, yep. You lock. He's going to maneuver into a spot where he's almost like flying up in front of you guys in the water. Lizzie's ship. And I'll say that's it. I don't think he can get you and your ship.
Okay.
So he flies up in that position. He looks down at you, Jay, as your eyes follow his position. His movement. Why? Jay, why didn't you just stay home? Or do as I told you? I just don't understand why. He begins to inhale the flames of all the firestorm, of all of it that was encapsulating his ship. And pretty much everybody in this vicinity makes a dex save.
Oh, fuck.
Goodbye, Gillion. I'll put it in chat.
I rolled a 9.
29 for Jay, 9 for Gillion, and 15 for John. And he spews out this golden flame in a cone. So Jay passes, which means Jay takes 31 points of fire damage. Gillion takes 62.
Yeah.
The ship Lizzie's on, the Crescent Moon, takes 62. It's front of it. It's the ship begins to catch fire.
Before I absolutely fucking beef it and turn from Pes to Pescada, I am going to create a little ball of magic in my hand as my reaction.
Okay.
Grab onto Jay's hand, say, "You're right where you need to be too." And I'm just going to twin spell absorb elements so that she gets it as well. I'm still going to get absolutely fucking fried, so it doesn't matter for me. And she just watches as, basically just for flavor, I want to just put the protective wards on her and then just get absolutely fucking toasted by this supernova. Just charred and burnt by this golden fire. And now I'll just float there. Gillion's very down.
With the rest of his movement, he then once again lands on the Albatross, which is now floating in tandem with Lizzie's ship. And as instructed, Kira has fallen back, and that ship is heading in the direction of Allport with as many soldiers as she could carry.
And Griffin. Uh-oh.
And Griffin. That was his turn. Next up is Jay.
Yeah, Gillion's like right next to me, right?
Yeah, floating.
Before I do this, I am going to stabilize Gillion.
Oh, my hero.
I will use Cure Wounds just to be safe, because I don't know what's going to happen 3rd level. And you regain 20 health.
You did it, Jay. I know you.
Jay's already gone. And Jay would basically kind of zip out of the water at this point and just fly straight at her dad. And like, not as an action or anything, but she would try to like tackle, basically. Like a javelin flying through the air, basically, at this man. Does not expect it to do anything, because that's just, he's built different.
He was built different.
I've never heard a more reasonable thing in my life.
So for flavor, you just want to ram into him.
I just want to like be next to him, basically.
He's, slam in with your fists and your gun. The heat is immense.
You keep saying that people took me away from you. No one took me away from you, Dad. You haven't had me for a long time. You lost me. You lost me in the lies, the training, your obsession with work. It was all you cared about. Things changed, Dad. After Ava died, you weren't there. You weren't there for me or for Mom. And when I tell you we hurt, we struggled, I say we hurt and struggled so goddamn much. And I'm sure you did too, but you made it so goddamn clear where your priorities lie with the family. And in my grieving, you were the only one who wasn't there. Jason Ferin, you are someone I've known my entire life. You've known me longer than I can remember. Maybe I've made decisions you don't agree with, but they are my decisions. And I would have hoped that in the years you've known me, that you would give me even a modicum of trust, a modicum of what I saw in you my entire goddamn childhood. And now you stand here in front of me again, you're making the same mistakes. You don't get to just take me back. You need to earn it. And the way it stands, you're on a fast track to lose both me and your wife. You're the strongest man I've ever known, but you are a fucking pathetic father. So come on, go ahead, finish it. Do your job. If that's where your priorities still lay, as they always have. She's, just in tears, I think, as she's just screaming this at him. I have no idea if he's fucked up right now or not, damage-wise either, but that's kind of what happens.
You shout this out at his back as you're both landed on what is left of the tip of your ship as he faces Chip and some of your crew.
Just for flavor, I throw in a few of my zero damage punches.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Oh god.
And get you some inspiration as well.
That's crazy. God, I rolled from a natural 22 too. I got a 17. I'm gonna use my reaction to the Flash of Genius and add 4 to that, so 21 instead.
With that roll, a 21, and the things that you said, without turning to face you, your father says,
"You are not like me and Ava. I know this. So tell me, Jay, why a pirate? I was told you were undercover, but I know this to be a lie. Your emotions, you wear them like your clothing. You cannot fake them. You have always had the talent to be something more. So why choose a life that will put you in the way of harm? That will make you an enemy of your family. An enemy of the entire world. Make it make sense, Jay. What could you possibly hope to accomplish?
It's for the first time in my life. When I became a pirate, I was able to feel free. I don't think there are any lofty goals or accomplishments that I need to have with it. Because this is my life. These are the people who I've chosen.
And you choose them. knowing they are the people, the types of people that flood our world with chaos. They are the people that robbed us of someone we loved. Too much freedom breeds chaos. Chaos breeds injustice. Injustice breeds destruction.
Chaos follows the Navy too. No matter what path I'd taken, nothing would have changed. If Bizly truly is the one who killed Ava, then I'll take care of her myself.
He never turns to you and he says, "Elaborate on your mother's condition." Chip, before he responds, just roll wisdom save.
Okay.
Just being in the presence.
He's so awesome. I have to roll a wisdom save to not like explode my mind.
Cry and shit yourself, dude. Yeah.
3.
That's so funny.
You are shitting so much right now.
You have become frightened for a minute.
Did Mom ever tell you the story of the Great Tree?
He's had nods and affirmation.
Well, turns out that maybe that story is rooted more in reality than we may have thought. And that tree that supplies Mom with her magic, her life force, is dying. And it's taking her with it.
His form begins to normalize and shrink as the skin is less gold, though the shirt was still ripped off by Gillion, so just returns to normal. The sword's still inside of his chest, but he still doesn't face you. And he says, "The world is more complicated than you could ever imagine. You may have grown stronger, but you are still so naive." And still with the wings, he lifts up and begins to fly in the direction of Featherbrook. And I suppose that's where we'll end the session.
Dude, I was ready to keep going. I'm ready to go fucking get Kira's bitch ass.
We need to get fucking Griffin back, bro. Oh my
That's
god.
my boy right there. You took my boy. You took my sweet baby boy Griffin. I'm on your ass like
Holy
glue
shit.
on. Something that glues on. I'm stuck on you.
There's still a chance it's still the same day. This is all like the beginning, maybe midday, mid-afternoon.
This is the beginning of something. It's the beginning of whirlwind to whoop ass on Kira. I'm telling you now. I'm gonna whip it out. I don't mean whip it out like. I'm gonna fight her platonically.
Guess it's time to thank the patrons. I really hope everybody enjoyed and had a great time listening to episode 100. I hope you'll return for episode 101 as things start to get a little heated. Even though it was hot as fuck this episode. Okay, I'm gonna start thanking them now. What NBC should I pull from my pocket today to thank all of the patrons from? How about me? No, you're patron exclusive. Everyone just said bye to me. What about me? Nah, too baby. Nope. You could do me since I didn't get to talk this episode. Your time's coming, Caspian. You know what? I've got it. A big thank you to Alistair Sushi, Broderick Motif, Final Fan, Fallow Haj. Okay, never mind. I just
Faloahash, Socks, Haribo, Alderic, EMG3, Erica Moon, The Drift King, Kojo Woe, It's a Finna, Mr. Dobble, A Pirate with Gout, Mr. _C, in brackets, Skeleton Aficionado, Nova Sink. I love you guys so much. Bumpus King, Teeny Ghosts, Willustrator, It's Crawfish. I mean, it's Sea Fresh, Me Forever Mate, Sarazaku, Charlie Darling Songbird, Bazozo, Cadus Betis, Titan Storm, Luke Ronbu, Dapper, Unstable Chaotic Cracker, Mike Rouch, Hollow Headed, A Moon Beast Fan, Daxy Boy, Vapor, I'm Butt Flusting, Agar Steeljaw, Pupper in a Spacesuit, J AIDS 2604, Joey Madness, Pippin the Alchemist, Sweet Cacti, Baka 7, Gals the Folded Pizza Zone, The Awesome Man, Chilean Vibe Strider, Man-Made Imp, Jordan Darlin, I Am in Your Walls, Mr. Nacho, Wild James, Kev Senpai, Bizly's Burger, Mitchell Iverson, Mithril Gear 417, Boss Goat, Captain Lafayette and Crew, Narwhal Shellfish, Riker Thompson, Krobins, Deathclaw, Sandy 007, Blue Blin Blop, Big Blue Bear Boy, Zerberus, Elvish Cyborg, Lord Tickle Fish, Spinyax, Buttery Toast, Luckiest Valentine, Silver Soul, Jason the Fricker, I Am Not, Unoia Loon, Gillion's Biggest Fan, Cornier Comet, Sorcerer Punk, Riker Kurotu, Non-Zolotl, Funny Hats Incorporated, JRWI Enjoyer, and last, J. Newell.
thank you to all those patrons on our $50 high roller tier, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.